bright enough? Can
Oh.
you see me and stuff?
Yeah, you're a little bit bigger than I put you out last time, so let's fix that. But other than that, welcome back to Coffee and... Oh, now they can hear. Now they can hear me? No? Now they can
Can they
hear me?
hear us?
They can hear me
I
now.
don't know.
There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Welcome back. Welcome back to... Can they hear me? There we go. I've got all these different graphs, and some of them are moving at weird angles. But
Hmm.
it looks like it's me. Yeah. Welcome back
Yeah.
to Coffee and Chat with your boy Lolo, who you can barely see, and me. There. Me, also Lolo. And of course, Missy. Hi, Missy.
Hi. Just me. Don't worry.
Yeah. Except for,
Nobody important, guys.
nah.
Just a little.
It's not like you're the center of massive drama shitstorms at a regular basis or anything.
That's my superpower. What can I say? I live in people's heads rent free. It's an exhausting job, but somebody has to do it.
Yeah, imagine if they turned their attention to people who they could actually meet IRL.
Or people that mattered in their lives who gave a shit, or people who they could have a better impact on.
Yeah, it's
People that would actually care if they were around.
it's a it's a sad world. But then again, in the case of like people like Shani, they had somebody and then they lost them. Actually, I shouldn't laugh
Fuck
too much.
Shanny. Fuck Shanny. All
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna put this out there right now. She was live yesterday, right? On her Twitch channel. And she was crying, moaning about how she doesn't understand why any of this is happening to her. And she's such a good person and she's never done anything to anybody. And I'm in the chat and on Twitch and on Twitter, just like every other in Instagram, everywhere else, my name is Bud Babe.
Hmm.
So I'm in her chat and I'm reminding her about her sexually harassing me,
Oh, I kind of
about
remember that.
her
I remember it like I
sending,
saw the.
yeah, about she absolutely sexually harassed the shit out of me. She would send sexually explicit videos to Shabisky unasked for. She went around and helped Tragic call me a murderer, made videos tagging the amazing atheist, saying that I need to go to rehab, like just all of this bullshit. So I'm in the chat reminding her of all of these things as she's claiming innocence. And that only the things that she's done to me. Like she's threatened Crazy Renee, Draven's wife. She's gone after Burnt Toast. She's gone after Drag. Like she's been just disgusting all around, and there's all of these clips that prove this. I'm just kind of reminding her, and she flips out on me, and she's like, "Bud, babe, I don't even know who you are. Obviously, I would have remembered calling you a murderer if I did it." And I was like, "Do you call that many people a murderer?"
Well, I can imagine she has because her mind is completely like slooped out
True.
of the side of her head at this point now. I
So
mean,
she
that's
flipped
she
the
lost
fuck
her.
out and banned me.
Well, that's
I am not banned.
oh well. I think you'll live. you
I
know. um, Missy, like honestly, Shaddy is just like a fucking a wart that needs at this point
I
now on the
think
world.
obviously I don't want any human to suffer. I don't like seeing homeless people on the street. I don't like knowing that people are going hungry at night. But there are certain people on this planet that I feel the karma is warranted.
They don't.
They've
She
done
never made a
enough
good
to me.
impression on anyone from day one,
Right.
really, except for other broken people. Like her
She
own
just
mother,
lies. Even those broken
constantly.
people, she might make a good impression on at the beginning, but after a few months, they see through the bullshit and they realize that she's using them too, or she's lying to them too, or something, and she loses them. So
Like G-Man or fucking Rev's gone now. Uh,
I've gone.
and so are the kids. Thank fuck.
Well, the kids are gone, but Rev was there last night during her stream, I thought.
Oh, so I guess they have no one else. They just fall back together because they literally have nothing else. Well, Rev could keep go. He could go. He could just leave. There's nothing
Yeah.
stopping him. Shani
He
is the
could.
problem. Oh God, I saw Miss Parker's stream where she was going over the Rev and Shani doing a stream, and it was like Shani was talking about God over and over again and how we all have to go to heaven, and Rev was like trying to get the topic back on a different, like a less terrifying. It sounded like the last recordings out of Jonestown before they all took the fucking Kool Aid. It sounded
Oh,
like
that's
she's
funny.
going to try to kill herself and maybe other people too, the way she's going on. Like, I could see it ending
Hmm.
with a suicide. I don't know about bringing a gun out, but she is
I can
violent.
see her trying
So,
to convince Rev to do it with her.
oh yeah. And the thing is, Rev, I could imagine at least thinking hard about it, which is that's the sad part. This is. I don't think Stockholm syndrome is a real thing, but I do think that like if eventually people just kind of give in and just let bad people do what they want, and it eventually kind of seeps into them too. Yeah, I need a bit of it yourself, but
I think she's getting every ounce of karma that she deserves.
I would like her just to not be on streams anymore, no matter what she did. She just runs out of platforms, and
I
she's
think
just
that she
left.
needs to take a large step back off the internet for a very long time, if not for the rest of her life,
Yeah.
and try to actually focus on getting her shit together and being some form of parent
Uh,
to her
well,
boys.
she's mentally unwell. Like she's mentally unwell. Like, has been for years. It's just been getting
That's
worse.
what I mean. I think she
Yeah.
needs to get herself together,
So
get
I don't
herself
think she
some
can
sort of
get herself
therapy.
together. I think she needs to be committed, honestly, at this point now. I know in
I think
America.
all that is a giant act, honestly.
Her own mother
I really,
confirmed it numerous times, saying that she's just ill. I mean, how she acts, how she thinks, it's it's never worked for her in the past beyond the vaguest of pity.
it's just all theatrics to me because she can't keep it straight. Like if if the BPD diagnosis is a real thing, there are plenty of people out here with BPD that live absolutely functional lives. I feel like she purposely stays non-functional so that she can have an excuse to sit around and be lazy and be
Well,
taken care of.
yeah, but that's where you get that's where you got to remove the enablers and put someone in who is like the law. Basically, a nurse, a live-in nurse should do that. Live-in nurse
But
should
they
be
won't.
like,
I remember it was a couple days ago or something. Um, the state actually went because they called saying that they wanted to be wards of the state and they needed the state to step in and like take care of them basically because they weren't good. And the state was like, nah, like you guys are capable of taking care of yourselves if you went to the right people, went to the right places, and got yourself together. Like went to a homeless shelter, had them let you stay there for 6 months so that you can start with getting a job and getting yourself cleaned up and then getting into Section 8 housing and starting to support yourself in some way. Like, you'd be surprised how mentally stable she would seem if she was handed an apartment and an income
well, she
that
was
she didn't have to
handed
worry
she
about.
was handed a massive income, and look what she did with it.
Because she needs an adult to, she does need some sort of governing, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that would be what the homeless shelter could put into place because they do have like assisted living programs where you're on your own, but you have someone that kind of checks in on you every once in a while.
I remember I
I don't know
I
if you
did
have.
spend.
I know I've heard of it over here,
Oh,
where you're in like a
well, when I
section
was
housing, so the government takes care of like your housing and stuff, but you still have like a nurse that you check in with or that checks in with you like 3 times a week, and you have to be like meeting goals and
Yeah,
making
yeah.
sure that like things are taken care of,
I
you know.
remember hearing about that when I was in a homeless shelter in New York. And there was this one guy he was in front of me in the line, and he was complaining about that. Something to do with his mail. It wasn't being sent to him, including job offers and stuff like that. He was complaining. He
Right.
said he was on Section 8. And then afterwards, I came up and they handed me a bloody plane ticket, and they all kind of he was giving me the longest look after, and I was like, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I guess they didn't want. Guess they didn't want a foreign national to die on the street. You know,
Maybe
like
he thought that they were sending you on vacation or something.
yeah, yeah.
He was like,
This
I
is
want to
where the
go.
wealthy go.
Huh.
They go to a homeless shelter in Manhattan to pick up their tickets. First class, sir. Caviar. Don't
It's
mind the
secret.
heroin junkies. Just stand over them.
It's secret. Otherwise, people would be swarming you.
Well, I didn't need to worry about that. I was getting that for free when I landed in New York. Just homeless people. That's the main dread I have. Now that the tickets bought, now that the Estes bought, and now that the hotel's sorted, now that the train to Philly sorted, my biggest dread now is money and how to hide it in a way that homeless people will not try
You have
to.
to put it like on your person.
Well, I'm not going to bring all of it on my person at all times. I'm going to bring what I
No,
need
but
for
I
the
mean
day.
like literally like on your like
I'm also going to
they
spread
have
it
those
out
like
as well.
wallets that like go under your shirt. So
Oh
it's like
yeah, yeah.
literally on your skin, under your shirt.
I'm thinking of having. I'm only going to bring a little bit more per day of what I need, or and I'm also going to spread it out across my body because oh my god, they poured at me from the moment I arrived, and they didn't even hide it. Like one guy, I think I told the story. One guy literally just grabbed. I was coming out of the subway, and one guy grabbed my arm and suddenly going like, "Come on, man, I need my fix." Like just there's
Yeah.
no other ones
There's
had like a
areas
whole
to go into.
uh
Definitely
yeah.
have to.
Oh, absolutely. And like I'm going to be, for example, when I come back from Philly, it'll be like 3 in the morning, and I'll be in Grand Central Station. So, Augusta, if you're in the chat, I might ask you to get me an Uber to be waiting for me because I don't want to be walking around.
That is prime time for
Yeah.
getting grabbed for money.
I mean, I'm not too far away from Broadway, so oh wait, no, I am. I'm on the other side of yeah, so because I could have hidden with all the tourists just flooding, stocking in, but then you get harassed by the fucking guys dressed as Spider-Man wanting to pose, and then
Are
they
you
ask for
going there
20
before Christmas or after Christmas?
just after Christmas, January.
Okay. So it'll probably be a little less hectic. I've
Well,
the
that's when I
the
went last
past
time.
3 times I've gone to New York City, it's been like a week or two before Christmas,
Hi, Underhaven.
and it's like wall to wall people. Like you have to kind of like merge with the people and go with the
First
flow and
time
then
I
try to
saw
like break out again.
Times Square and I walked among it was just it was so mind blowing. The last time I'd seen crowds that big was when I was in Jerusalem and all the narrow streets kind of put all the like the worshippers and all the regular people who just live there into like
Yeah.
it just massive. Then I realized this was like really a lazy afternoon. So I only once ever saw it at rush hour, and I was in like a bus, and as we passed by, I could not see the crosswalks for all the people. I couldn't even see the benches. Every time there was a tiny break in people, I'm like, oh, there's a gazebo or something. There's a little kiosk that was just
Right.
completely swamped by people. I've never seen that many people
Wow.
before, and it's just it's like my village has like 600 people in it. You know,
Hmm.
like and
Especially when you
Dublin.
come from a small town,
Well,
it's
I
a
don't come from
bit
here, but I've been
overwhelming.
living here for yeah. The traffic, oh God, when I was there last, that was really off-putting. Not just in New York, but anywhere on the East Coast. It got a little easier as yet
Yeah,
once I left Chicago, but
even CT, East Coast traffic, if depending on the rush hour, like if I want to go on 91 up to Mass, I do not do it during certain times. If I want to go down to Bridgeport, I will not drive during certain hours. If I want to go over to New Haven, I won't go between the hours of 4 and 7 at night because the traffic, it'll take you an extra 3 hours just to get through
Three
rush hour.
hours? Fuck's sake.
Oh, it's ridiculous, depending on where you want to go.
Oh, the
Like if
worst.
it's
Yeah, go on.
normally up to Mass, it takes me like an hour. If I want to go through rush hour, it's gonna take me at least two,
Um,
depending on where in Mass I'm going.
the
At least two.
in comparison, rush hour in Dublin from where I used to work to, let's say, my home in where I used to live when I was like living at home in Swords, that would take me at rush hour 45 minutes, and we consider that was a little bit much if it pushed to an hour. Uh,
45 minutes is what it would take normally if there's no traffic. Like,
Yeah, it's mind-boggling. And Irish people will complain about it, and a lot of weirdest thing, a lot of Irish people would have worked and lived in New York, so they know better. Or London. London traffic was such a nightmare. They had to completely clear out the center of London proper. A congestion charge is called. So you can't actually like go in it unless you're in a bus or like you're in a truck, unless you're willing to pay an extra God knows how much per year. So, know what that did? That didn't fix traffic. It just pushed the traffic out around the edges of the congestion zone. So it's just twice as hard now to
that's
drive around.
better.
Like, traffic is such a. I've been getting really much into. Hi everyone in the chat, by the way. Um, as always, this is just a quick disclaimer. This is just going to be herself and myself talking, and occasionally we might pull up something to watch, but it's just going to be wherever the conversation goes. As always, we got a link down the doobly doo for Discord, Twitter, Twitch, and our stream goal. Anything given greatly appreciated via Streamlabs. But back to this, yeah, like I've been watching not just bikes and real world lore and a couple of other like architect channels that mostly talk about like
Okay.
traffic. And oh my
Yeah.
Christ, America's got the worst case of one more lane syndrome. We'll just build another
Yeah.
lane. We'll just build another lane. And
Because
what
they
happened?
think it's going to help, and it's not. Because
It
the
makes it
problem is
worse.
that assholes just don't have respect for other people or other people's time, and they think wherever they're going, they're the most important thing on the road at that moment.
Even if
I
it's just
almost
going up to
T-boned
get a
somebody.
fucking like getting a fucking Starbucks, you know?
Yeah, I almost T-boned somebody today. Remember when I messaged you and said I was at the store with my kids and then I was
Mm.
going to come home and get ready? Uh, the way that I have to come home, there's this really big hill that you have to drive up. And going up the hill, it is really big and long and steep. I bet you thought I was going somewhere else with that, huh? But no, it's
And
really
girthy,
steep.
very
So
girthy.
it's not really, it's kind of skinny. Um, but you have to get it to like 65, 70 miles an hour to get up that hill in like a reasonable fashion without your car like gunning out. And there's this one area of the road where there's a side street here and a side street here. And if there's nobody coming, people can cut across. But people cut across even when there are people coming. So I had to swerve this way today so I didn't T-bone somebody who was jetting across as I was coming up doing 70 miles an hour. They're just idiots. And this dude had kids in the car.
Fuck.
It's like, just be smarter. Like, no, getting somewhere that much quicker is not that important. You save 2 minutes on your trip because you cut across traffic earlier than you could have. Like,
And
it
hell,
just
what's stopping like the fucking police from pulling you over and giving you a fucking ticket and like, do you guys do strikes on your license?
it depends. I know in some areas they do. I think in like in California, I think there's a three strike thing. And I know when it comes, obviously, when it comes to like DUIs, there's like a strike system. Um, but I almost think in other, like in Connecticut, it's like 10 things before they're going to tell you you have to go to like driver retraining classes or something. but it all depends on what the stuff is. Because if you get three speeding tickets where, you're going 75 and a 20 or 130 and a 50, you might just lose your license altogether. But if you get speeding tickets where you're only going like 10 miles above the speed limit, they might let you get 25 of those tickets before they actually do something about it.
Well, that seems kind of anxious forming. Like you
Right.
don't know one way or another. Because over here,
Exactly.
it's really strict. Like everyone knows the memes of the Irish safety ads of like cars crashing into kids and all that. That's because Irish roads are like the biggest killer in this country. You'd think it would be
Right.
alcohol poisoning, but it's actually drunk driving. So it's half. Yeah, it's poison in a different sense. Um, and it's doubled down by some really, really strict rules of the road. Out here,
Right.
in the really tiny roads, you can get away with it, but that's why there's so many crosses on the side of the road.
Mhm. Mhm.
Every Irish road, big and small, has at least two crosses going back.
Oh, that's
Not, oh yeah, yeah, and it's all down to some gobshite thinking that they can beat the traffic or they can get back home before such and such, and they plow into a tractor or they swerve into a truck or they go into a field. And like I said, we've all seen
that's
the
awesome.
fucking Irish ones. It's hell. It happened to my friend Caroline coming over here at one point. She was coming over here with some friends, but first she had to pick them up. And on her way to pick them up, she a cat came out in the road and she swerved and slammed right into a phone pole.
Oh God.
Her car was completely
Yeah,
fucked, completely insured, but still.
that's and I
And of course she's
I'm
fine.
an animal lover. Okay. I obviously would be devastated, but I can tell you right now, I'm going to run over the cat before I total my car.
Hmm. I
I'm
was
sorry.
actually. She was generally surprised when I asked her, did, would have you avoided it? Like, if you'd have gone over it, if you had no choice, and she just gave me a long look, like, no, no, I wasn't going to kill that cat. Uh,
Obviously, you do what you can to not have to, but if it
oh,
came down to it and it was my only fucking option, like I wouldn't be driving that recklessly crazy that I wouldn't be able to like slam on my brakes and not hurt the cat, right? But I'm also not going to swerve and total my car and potentially hurt me or my passengers because there was a cat in the road.
um, I
I'm
honestly
an asshole. I've never ever claimed to be a good person.
have.
I am a dickhead.
Well, why do you
I
think
will
we
run
get?
the cat over before I total my car.
Why do you think we get along so well? Um,
Like I'm a dickhead. I'm sorry. I don't know what y'all want from me. I'll kill the fucking cat.
Miss, completely out of context. I'll just kill the cat. No, it isn't even that. You're literally like Cruella de Vil at the end of 101 Dalmatians, just big grin on your face.
Yeah, I'm not like mowing them down. I'm not going out hunting. I'm not trying to
There
get
was
these
a guy who
animals.
actually did that. He drove over like 53 cats intentionally.
We made a game when I was in like middle school and we had a point system and we had points for everything. Like, oh, you hit a squirrel, 2 points. You hit a cat, 3 points. A dog was 4 points. You hit a cow, 16 points. 17 if you didn't total your car while doing it. Like, we had a whole fucking list, all the way down to like the elderly in a little walker. You got like -3 because those are easy to swerve around.
You ever been in a car that ran over something?
Yeah. My
It's
grandma killed a skunk when I was a kid.
oh,
It was terrible. Smelled the whole car up for like days.
jeez, I didn't even know this place was a real thing. We got up
What?
here. Great. I love when the pictures don't let you zoom in. Um, Skellig Skellig Michael are most dangerous road in the world. I call bullshit on that. Irish always want to have claim for the
I thought the
The,
most dangerous road in the world was in like India.
yeah, it is. I know the one you're talking about. I think it's actually in Iran or Pakistan.
Yeah, one
But
of those.
yeah, one of those places, somewhere down there in foreign land. Um,
In the
but
place where they speak the language that I do not, and it's
uh,
very hot.
in this case, it'd be very cold. Wasn't that up in the mountains?
Oh yeah, you're right. On
Oh,
like the side of the mountain.
this is the road. I knew I recognized that name. The road that we saw there was actually the beehives where Luke went to train in Star Wars. It's on the same island.
Hmm.
So when I typed it up, it showed all these areas there. But that's
Hmm.
like a probably like just a standard like utility road that we saw there. So that would technically be the most dangerous because if you crashed, you'd be
Do they have
hours.
those ice roads in where you are?
No, we're a little bit too south for that. I know the ones you mean though. Um, it's gonna give me Ice Road Truckers,
Those
isn't it?
would be dangerous to drive on.
Ice Road.
I
Yeah,
used to like watching that show, Ice Road Truckers.
I knew that would be brought up. I didn't know you watched it. I found that so. I was so annoyed that uh,
Hmm.
it was
I
on
used to like watching that
History
show.
Channel.
I also like watching. There's one of those Alaskan like survival shows that I like watching, but it's not The Last Frontier. It's like about like a little island. Can't remember what the fuck it's called. My kid would remember, but I'm not gonna shout for him right now.
Oh, by
But
the
it's all like
way, we haven't
survival
actually
ish.
seen anything, but you know that I can just make out what's going on in the background over there, behind your head. So if anyone, that's also one moving around. So they better be clothed.
Hey yo, come here, shut that door. They can see you walking around.
Just vaguely. Better you know that you don't.
I mean, are you naked? Sometimes you're naked.
We're all
Mm, as
naked
long as
underneath our
you're not naked,
clothes.
he's fine.
By the way, do you what was it? There's something I want to see. I was thinking of tagging you on this on Twitter, but I didn't because I get too tag happy. Just ask Final Girly. Every day she probably gets like two from me and rolls her eyes. Um, but where is it? Where's my one? Here. Blends in with the background too well. Down, 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 down. Oh God, where is it? It's pretty far down. This. What do you think about this?
I think I saw that. It's not necromancy because you're
It's
alive corpse,
necrophilia. Yeah, you're an
but
alive
yeah,
corpse. But technically, aren't we all? We're all
technically.
yeah, we're all technic. We're gonna be dead longer than where we ever would be alive statistically.
I
So
mean, what did he die?
and then got brought back. So he's like a zombie, but he's like sentient.
Zombie sex. Hmm.
So it's not necrophilia if you're an alive zombie, but it is. I mean, technically it is.
I don't
So
know. How fresh are we talking zombie?
he looks pretty.
Because I feel like
He's got some cracks over his
zombie,
eyes.
yeah, like you rot, you know? And I feel like rotting cum. Ugh,
I can think of
like,
I can think of a few people that would actually do the opposite of put them off. Um,
really? They want cum rotting cum
you
from
know, rotting cum
balls that are
would
rotting.
just become like yellow and then sludge like, and then that would be it. Like that, it would just stop. Like it's basically it's what happens when you Oh, I remember hearing about this. What would happen if you were to jack off on one of the moons of Saturn or something like that? and apparently it would just fly out and immediately freeze and turn multicolored because of the protein in it. And it would just kind
Wouldn't
of,
your dick fucking freeze if it's able to
well,
fly
the
out?
principle obviously you'd be dead long before you could get hard enough to jack off. So you're implying we have the idea that the person is
Not if they gave you
alive.
a suit.
Yeah, but then you'd have to have like
But
a
would you
little
have to like go
patch.
up to like a special little thingy to like
Yeah, unzip, and then it would just be really cold there. It'd be so cold you probably couldn't get
feel
pressure.
like
Yeah,
your
you
dick would
couldn't get.
fall off if you tried to come on Saturn's moon?
Mm. So then we have to have the premise that no, so through magic you can keep yourself from
Unless they come up with
de-dicking
some sort of
yourself.
device.
Yeah.
There has to be a device that like you stand in and you jerk off in, and then when you're ready to go, you go up to the little thingy and like deposit your load in that, and then it shoots it out into the air so you can watch what happens.
And we should spend that instead of giving Americans a UBI, and we should try it on every single planet in the solar system and its moons, just to see, like, how will the
Who
sperm
would
look like floating
stand on
on
every
Mercury?
planet?
You couldn't land on Saturn, or you couldn't land on Saturn or Jupiter. I think with enough effort you could land on Venus, but you'd be burned alive.
Mhm.
Mercury, if you're on the dark side of the planet, you might be able to pull it off, or pull one off, I should say. Mars would just be unpleasant. It'd be like trying to jack off in a.
Yeah, but if you're in a bubble, it could be temperature controlled.
Yeah, but that
Doesn't
defeats the
make
purpose, doesn't it? Like we need like an
No, you're not
actual.
trying to see if your body can handle it. You're trying to see what happens to your jizz.
Well, then we don't need the person on the ground at all. We can just have them jack off on
You
Earth, put it in
do.
like
You
a
need the person
tube.
on the ground because it needs to be fresh jizz. If you take old jizz up there, it's not the same.
Yeah, like it'll do what I said earlier. Like it'll just end up being it'll
Right. Like yellow sludge.
coagulating.
Coagulate.
Thank you.
Coagulate.
Quackagulate.
You're welcome. I had to teach some lady today how to spell obsession.
Ooh.
I saw it on Twitter. And I agreed with everything that this lady was saying, but I could not stand that she was spelling obsession with a C.
What a
We're adults.
conversation. This is where the conversation is going. Coffee and chat has no
Did you
script
expect any less when I go on stream?
with
Like
me.
what or what other kind of conversation did you expect other than can we bust the nut on Saturn's moon?
Do you think on Pluto it would be so cold, or like Neptune or Uranus? Busting a nut on Uranus. Yes. Now that's gonna be pinnacle of humanity.
What?
We might as well just pass the torch of civilization off to the chimps, and all
Yep,
commit suicide because we won't top it. Being able to pass.
we will be known for. They spent their entire existence trying to figure out how they could bust a nut on Uranus.
So I'm a spaceman with a trash chute.
Just
Could I
for the
look
show.
out a window and see my rainbow jizz? Yes, because you can see your poop and shit pee whenever you are on the capsules. Do you remember that from Apollo 13? The
You know
constellation
what I read
Uranus.
made me think of something.
Yee.
That was totally off topic.
There's no topics.
But
Go
it said
nuts.
rainbow jizz. Okay, rainbow jizz, right? And I was like, oh, what if it turned into glitter? And then I was thinking about that article I read that there's like some crazy glitter shortage. It's not even, it's like a conspiracy theory. Some, there's a glitter shortage.
A glitter
And
shortage.
they're like, we talked to somebody who works at the headquarters where like most of the glitter is manufactured. And in the conversation, they were like, well, what's going on with all the glitter? Can you tell us where the glitter is going? And the person that worked for the glitter factory was like, I can't tell you that. And the person was like, is it because you don't have knowledge? And the glitter person was like, no, it's because they wouldn't want me to tell you.
Seems you're not alone in this rabbit hole.
Right. And it's like, what do you mean they wouldn't want me to tell you? They don't want people to find out what glitter is actually in. So they're doing something and taking the glitter and turning it into something else, and they don't want like anyone to know about it.
What's your best theory on what they're turning it into?
I have no idea. Some part, some sort of like nuclear weapon or some sort of like,
Zelensky's master
eh,
plan in Ukraine.
yeah, or it's like some sort of vaccine something because they said we'll be
Oh,
outraged when we find out what it is, like what they're using it for.
is not divulged the biggest purchaser of glitter. Uh, glitter shortage threatens to ruin Christmas. If your
Uh-huh.
Christmas was so hinged on glitter, I think you have other issues. Like, oh, well, thank you for the amazing gifts there, dear, and the food was great. It was great seeing you all, but something was missing, some sort of sparkle in the air. I can't quite put my finger on it. um, hell, I hated the glitter that was on the tinsel. You know, the really cheap tinsel that has they put glitter on top of it, and then for like you'd be in March and you'd find it in the corners of rooms. You know, like it would just
Just still find the fucking tinsel places.
yeah. Oh God! And if you had a cat, or if you have a
Mm.
cat, and you got to keep them away from the tree. Or I know one person who brought a spare tree just to put up so the cat would lose their minds on it, and then the real tree was somewhere else. And it worked too. They just spend all day like destroying that
Bad.
tree. And,
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of smart.
yeah, the
What do you think they're turning the glitter into?
they're putting it into every fourth meal that Nikocado Avocado's eating.
You see how big that dude got?
Well, he wasn't known for his sveltness, now was he? He's definitely he now has like somebody's some sort of like co-fat guy with him that's eating
That's his partner.
like his actual partner.
Yeah. They've
How
been
do
like
they
getting
even
fat together.
how it must be platonic. Like this is entering fat bastard territory of how do you
No,
actually
they're like lovers. They're like married. That's his husband.
hey nothing but love respect. I mean they're going to die, but
Died. Like they're gonna have a heart attack, fat fucking each other.
yeah. Uh,
I'm not and anything that people aren't gonna think is gonna happen. Like, look at the size of them. They're gonna have a heart attack trying to fucking butt fuck each other.
oh God. Just look at these images.
I don't understand.
Okay, here's the thing. I need to know how many packs of these they're eating. Oh
Oh,
Jesus. Oh Jesus Christ. This is taking me
God,
back. I was I was fat. I
that's
I
a big bitch.
wha-
That is
next time you're pointing out that Chantel and Shani are heavy, just remember this woman exists. Although Shani's probably about this weight.
that Foodie Beauty is now Hala.
I noticed, and she's also obsessing over a guy who's still fucking other people on the side.
Yep.
Um, there's no happiness. An hour? An hour. God, that
Yeah.
sofa's doing he's so svelte compared to
That's
her.
the mastodon toe. Skeptical Jesus.
Oh,
Think bigger.
speaking of toes, look at her
Mastodon
feet.
toe.
Oh no, she needs that fat that fat be gone show. You know the one where what's it
My 600-pound life.
What was the one where it was like the two sisters, for example, who got super fat, and then they
That's
got
the half sisters.
yeah, and then they got a show about them, and there was just them losing weight.
Yeah, the Slayton sisters, Amy Slayton and Tammy Slayton.
They had they had some wait, why is this the most replayed? Uh,
Oh, what did you talking, woman? No.
oh, this is them weighing themselves.
Oh.
Click the link below and get yourself a cameo. We're out.
No.
I don't want a cameo.
I want that skull. That's a nice skull.
£363.6.
563.3 pounds. That's him.
God,
What was? Do you remember what Billy was at his heaviest?
6 something.
Jesus. And Boogie never hit that high though, did he?
Boogie did, yeah.
Oh Jesus. Modern food is a curse in like so many ways. Like it just gets yourself out. I'm back on the diet like crazy. I want to live to see 70. You know.
Does she weigh herself? How big is she?
Yeah, we need to see it.
Gotta be the size of Shanny right now.
Well, she can stand, so.
So can Shanny. She's just too lazy to get up.
Oh God, look at.
I'll turn around. Oh, you got it? Hello. Hi. Where's the zero?
See you wobble wobble.
Okay, you're ready.
Shaky, shaky.
Got it.
Oh
All
God.
right, I'm up. I'll stay here with you this time. Okay. 451.0 pounds. You lost 2 pounds.
400. 400. I know she's shorter, but is that extra 100 all in her fupa?
It's gotta be.
Ugh.
It's gotta be.
All right. This is that was a terrifying opening, but that's not quite what we were doing. I want to actually see like just the sheer amount of ramen that they're going to be eating. Because I've eaten recently, I went on a bit of a binge over the course of like 2 or 3 weeks, and I didn't have a lot of money, so I got the most basic bitch stuff. And I ate, and one day I ate 4 packs of ramen in one sitting, and that made me feel like a fat fuck. But
That's a lot of sodium.
that's a lot, and it was from Coca noodles, who, if you don't know, Coca noodles are banned in some countries because they apparently can cause seizures in kids.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And in India, briefly, it was actually sold to kids as a health food.
That's adorable.
Isn't it?
Link all of them in the description box.
They claim the recipes changed, and I've never actually had Twitch, as far as I can tell. But
Get
still,
my ramen noodles from
I wasn't in a
Amazon.
good place.
It's so much easier. I don't have to drive, sit in traffic, walk through a store, get out of breath, burn calories like a peasant.
Scale
For
error.
them not
I was
keep
waiting
having
to hear the
shelves.
crack
Waste
of it.
time, waste of gas, waste of money, and I risk my life on the road because people don't know how to drive. So Amazon, thank you for keeping me nice and well fed. So
I think overfed might be the term
use the
here.
Korean spicy ramen noodles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the noodles,
This
not
is not
the
a
spice,
type of
because it's gonna.
bed
Here,
anyone
this is
should
with
want
a
to
twist.
aspire to.
How many?
The Takis we are doing today are called
5.
Zombie Nitro. They're green.
Oh wait, no, these are Takis. Never mind. Jeez, look at all the spices. It'll probably taste great, but
I saw a video of him I think this morning where
oh, it's
he was
cheese.
sitting
Never
in a
mind.
bed shirtless and he took a hamburger and a taco and put them in a blender and added a whole plate of chicken nuggets and french fries and then a bottle of ranch and then his fruit punch and like mixed it all up in the blender and drank it.
There's not even any joy out of that at this point now. It's just a sensation. It's just a
Right. He's
sensation
just
of
doing it for the shock value.
yeah.
People to watch.
I was like, oh wow, that must be a nice bunch of spices. They're like mayonnaise and cheese, 4 cheese pizza, pizza sauce, ragu sauce, Fucking Newman's own Alfredo sauce.
I gotta pee after.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're not missing that much.
Ooh. It looks like
Seizure
vegetables.
noodles, yeah.
Okay, so step one, once the water is boiling, you want to cook your ramen noodles. Now,
We know how.
we have to use.
Dude, you're not even cooking them
Well,
evenly.
it's going to be a while, you guys. We're waiting for this one to boil back here. Now, I like to have lots of nutritious treats, so I kind of.
Nutritious. Nutritious, he says.
Okay, so this is what it looks like when you're done. Okay. I'm so excited. Ooh. So this is 5 packs.
Okay, that's 5 packs. That's a little bit more than what I ate last time. Because Coca noodles are roughly about the same size.
And it's ready to go. Now, I strained mine. Okay. It's so.
Okay, there it is. There it is. That's more than 5 packs. Did he make like a second pack for her? Like a second 5 pack?
Green, I can feel the health.
Green, it's healthy green.
Well, at least they're acknowledging it's like they're making a joke out of it. But wait, there's a part 2? Oh. God. Eight. Whoa, we're waiting for Missy to come back for this. I was thinking of doing something like this as a joke. Like, can Low Energy eat 10 packs of Coca chicken noodles or some shit like that? Like when I did the 100 chicken nugget challenge. That I'm doing that next year. Like I said, I am going to do it. I might even do it again this year just to see can I beat it. But this is his average day. And he'll eat all this. Will he eat other things before or after? The last one he ate 5 with tons of other sauce, and now he's pushed up to 8, and it looks like he's not sharing.
Is this all on the same day?
Possibly. Fucking skyscraper of ramen. Oh wait, no, he is sharing.
Shock value at this point. I mean, look at even that. Just that, like, the way he stands up.
You think his heart will care that he's doing it for the lulz or not? No, it'll just shut down one day.
It is time for the mixing portion. Here's Candy again.
Hey,
Candy, are you ready to do some manual labor?
Yeah. I think I can handle it.
Well, there's some gloves for you right there. Now, they're going to be a little bit big because I have big hands. Big hands, big feet, big personality.
Big heart attack. Big heart attack.
Yes, indeed.
And a big appetite. So hopefully this is enough food. Oh, okay. And so what we have to do is mix in. Now I still have the finishing touch over here. This is manual labor.
Manual labor.
First thing we're gonna do is mix in the recipe of the sauce. So give Candy some first.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh god, it's like Nickelodeon slime.
Nice and green.
I should have. Let me go get a little. Napkin.
Are they mixing it with their hands?
All right, so Candy's gonna start mixing there. I'm gonna have to do this big one here. But first, let me get some paper towels.
Oh yeah, you need to keep clean when you're killing yourself.
Just in case there's an emergency.
This does not look appetizing.
Let it sink down in there a little bit.
I don't want to eat green sauce.
I don't like green eggs
Not
and
like
ham.
that.
I'd rather have the green eggs and ham than whatever this is.
There's a Mexican restaurant that's near my house that has this amazing salsa verde.
Some green Alfredo in Candy's fridge.
Slimer just came
I
on
could
this
eat
shit.
that stuff with a spoon, but it's a different color than this.
It's less radioactive.
Someone's gonna be like, Candy, what do you have in your fridge?
God, it looks terrible. Why is he only wearing one glove?
Yeah.
What's the point?
So
He's secretly Michael
I don't
Jackson
really have
reborn.
a lot in there. I've got a
You
lot of
don't?
condiments.
She does, and
Got a lot of condiments now. I've got a lot of kombucha in there.
kombucha.
I got a lot of cheese in my cheese drawer.
Mmm.
Lots of cheese.
Cheese
I
drawer.
did notice all the cheese in there. I was eyeballing it, trust me. I was like, ooh. I was eyeballing that cheese.
Oh yes.
This is like this isn't even an eating challenge. This is
No, it's
literally
gross.
just consumption. Like I have watched the occasional eating challenge. I like the really tiny girls who can like just eat massive amounts of food. Those can be really fun ones. Like tiny woman beats eating challenge. Eating challenge, Nick. Versus world strongest man. Eddie Howe, fish and chips Fosters. Man versus whale. The number one female eating. Oh, this is a good one. Did you ever see this one? The world record, 72-ounce steak in under 3 minutes.
Nope. Sounds disturbing to eat a 72-ounce steak.
Now, this is a challenge that you can just walk in and order.
Anyone out there
can order this challenge.
These rolls the joint. So
Ooh,
you could
what is it?
this.
Yeah, what's
Wait.
the blend? Yes, but what's the blend? What's the name of it?
Fuck if I know. Whatever my dealer gave me this time.
Here you go. Here's some hedge clippings.
72-ounce steak
No.
on all the sides.
It's never hedge clippings. I just never ask her because it's like on the street. I'm just getting a 1/4 ounce in a fucking cellophane bag. It's not like
Going back to your going back to tradition, considering like most people I know with dealers, like they sit in their houses and have a drink and then just like talk about random shit and then they go, oh yeah, and by the way, here's the bag.
Right.
Hell, last time I had a dealer, last time I ever spoke to him, I helped him move a fucking sofa. Like they're just friends with benefits, and it's not sex. Well, it can be sex if drugs are involved, but it's a different. That depends on the different context.
And it is officially a 1-hour challenge. If you see Mr. Brian Saylor in the back, how many times has this challenge been ordered?
I think 1,000.
How many people have completed it, do you think?
Oh, no, wait, it's 1,500 have tried, 500
Why did they give her
have been successful.
onion
How many
rings?
women?
Why need anything
10
else?
women out of 1,500 people. All right, you ready, Mo?
All right.
Give me a countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
You ever try a food challenge?
no.
I only ever did one.
I was always that person who was like the last person at the table eating.
Oh, so you
like
got a
my sister and
Mediterranean
I-
style of.
Yeah, we were always the very last ones to leave the dinner table. We would sit there for like an extra half hour after it, just because we would be chatting and not like really paying attention to like eating. Like we were just enjoying the food, but enjoying the company too.
Yeah.
So you would like stop eating and then like or eat like talk between bites, and your bites end up getting spaced out longer and longer because of the conversation that you're having.
Yeah, you ever get subtly told to leave the restaurant because they need the table for someone else?
No, I've had to tell people that, but I've never been told that.
My ma used to be a stickler for that when she was younger. Whenever we'd go on holiday, we'd stay for like an hour after and she'd just start chatting to anyone she could, and eventually
2 minutes, 15 seconds in.
1 minute, 15 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
See, it just looks painful. I don't want to
Now, if
shove
anyone
that
would
much
like to
food
come
in my
closer,
throat.
yeah, my
pictures,
jaw would
please
hurt
feel
as
free to
fuck
do
at
it.
this point, just
If you
constantly.
do and you post them on Facebook, just please check in with Sailors.
It's not worth it.
Let
I
everybody
don't
know
like
where
steak
this
that
comes
much
from
to eat
how good
that
the
much
food
of
is when
it
you
in
get
3 minutes.
I did Totally Fried, and that was the only official one I ever did, and I couldn't beat it. But then I had the 100 nuggy challenge. I did that on the channel. That was
Nookie,
awesome.
like getting
Nuggets.
a nookie.
Nuggets. Chicken nuggies.
Oh, nugget.
100 nuggies. Can you survive?
That's I was like, who's not?
Next. No rings.
Sorry.
Couldn't beat that one either. Oh, so much chicken.
No, she's not even chewing that shit. Anyways, it's just like
Yeah,
biting.
I couldn't do this. She had an hour to complete it apparently, and she did it in 3 minutes.
We got last bite. Last bite in. Last bite was just barely 3 minutes in. Yay.
I mean, it's impressive just that she could pull it off for sure, but
Now she's allowed to just leisurely enjoy the
A
sides.
72-ounce steak. 2 minutes, 44 seconds.
She's still eating.
Oh.
That's
2
just loud.
minutes,
I don't think I could fit
44
72 ounces of
seconds.
steak into my stomach.
The
Nice
record
job.
until then was 12 minutes and 53 seconds.
The world record.
The world record was 6 minutes and 38 seconds. That is less than half.
Held by a bodybuilding huge man.
So she just beat the world record.
I feel
Yep.
sorry for whoever
They
had to
like
sit next to me on the
submit
airplane.
that.
it was apparently it was the Guinness Book.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one. She destroys a burrito in 7 pound burrito in under 3 minutes. No. I think we get the point that this woman is as they said in The Simpsons once, a soulless eating machine. By the way, I was wondering, have you had a chance to follow up on any of that amaranth shit that's been going on?
So I've watched a lot of it, right? And I posted something about it a couple days ago because I know that she is a controversial streamer and she's, a more popular up there streamer. And some of the conversations and the things that were happening and her reaction to them just made it all feel very staged to me. And I don't want to put down because abuse is terrible. Nobody should have to deal with being abused. And if she truly is being abused, then I hope that she gets away from it and gets help and gets to be able to recover peacefully from something that traumatic. But in the day and age of Amber Heard and a few other people I know that like to make up things, I don't know how much I believe that it's actually happening to her.
Can I get a countdown?
That's fair. That's fair. Did
I
you
just
see the wellness check being sent to her and
no.
the
The only thing I saw was the couple clips and like the last clip I saw was she was streaming and there was a door behind her and it was creeping open, something about her medication, and then her internet cut. And then the next thing I saw was he's gone, he's sorry, she has control over everything, and she's getting therapy. And it all just feels very staged for views to me.
Well, it's possible. It is 100% possible. Like the whole Bayonetta 3 thing. At first, she was talking about how she was only getting, the voice actress was talking about how she was offered only $4,000 and then she had to leave. But as it turns out, it might have been the case that she was offered $4,000 for every 6 hours of work, and she wanted 6. And she also told people to go to attack Jennifer Hale, the replacement, which that seems like a dick move. Though
Right.
it does muddy the water now of like the actual discourse about voice actresses and all that. The reason I bring up Amber Heard is Amber Heard, bring up Amaranth, is because have you seen like how the right wingers and like the fucking neckbeards and all them, they've gone out of their way to like just fucking dogpile her, but all for like the wrong reasons about her.
No.
Like Keemstar pointing out that oh, it's bad that she's being abused, but she did lie and didn't tell people she was married. Like, dude, fuck off and have
That's
sex with
stupid.
a younger woman than yourself.
Right.
Go on, just over there.
That's not the point of it, Keem. She doesn't need to tell anybody that she's married. She doesn't owe that to
A
anybody.
lot of that has been one of
Everybody
the
has
major
the right to a
discourse of.
personal life. And it's the same thing with these people getting mad at politicians for going and having like coke orgy parties. Like they have a right to have a private life as long as they're doing their job and whatever it is that their job is and they're doing it well. Who gives a fuck what they're doing privately?
Quartering, of
In this
course,
case,
jumped in on this as well because
right, like in this case, she's it. I don't want to not believe someone if they're coming to the public with, here's screenshots, here's recordings, this is what's happening to me, this is what I'm going through. It's the way that she reacts to it. It's the way that she responds. It's her mannerisms. Like even like when he said he was gonna like kill the dog, like just everything about the way she behaved seems staged to me.
well, here's
Everything about this entire thing seems staged for
well,
views to
she'd be
me.
losing a shit ton of money by making this declaration, so I don't know if why she would want to
I
stage
don't
it.
know.
So
Like, would she though?
I am.
Would she really be? How would
Oh
she lose a
well, well that's simple because of the responses are proving it. So many people thought that she was single because they had this parasocial belief that they would be able to fuck her. Sad, lonely dudes who give her money in the first place and follow her. Because for the record, I didn't care. I'd see her always just pop up on the thing, and yeah, she's
right?
hot, and yeah, she's clearly found a niche. Same with Belle Define, you know. Same with whoever the first OnlyFans person was. Like I don't fucking care. They're doing the hustle
Right.
that everyone's doing. I don't give a fuck. It's not my cup of tea. I told you. I've told other people. Like I'm not gonna pay to see tits.
Right.
But other people will, especially on Twitch, which, let's be honest here, this is a part I wasn't cool with and something she'd never admit. It's geared towards people, usually younger people who can't see porn yet. They can't get around the parental blockers. But if they're 13 or 14, just discovering what porn is, and then they see
Right.
Amaranth in the pool riding the weird sort of blow up doll thing, yeah, okay, that's clearly just porn. But also, it could apply maybe to countries that don't let you watch porn at all. You can still watch Twitch. So
Right.
it's a, um, I don't, I do believe her. I don't believe her wholeheartedly. I've been wrong about that before, but I do think that this was real. But here's like an update on her from The Verge. Amaranth reveals she and her bets are safe. She controls her finances, and her spouse is seeking help. Caitlin, Amaranth, Saragusa. I like her names. Saragusa.
See, that's what makes me skeptical about this whole fucking thing.
Control
Is
finances.
how quickly it was, oh, he's getting help and we're safe.
Well, maybe, but
Most abusive relationships, things don't happen that quickly, and it's not, oh, yeah, he admits he needs help and he's going and getting help right now. Most of it doesn't go that quickly.
it's yeah, it's possible. It's also possible that like he's terrified of the backlash and he's just gonna cow down
Maybe
to it.
because of the fame. Yeah.
I mean, she could
Okay, you
crush
have
him,
a point.
and maybe he deserves to be crushed. So
Right. You do have a point.
yeah, like we don't even know this guy's name. Uh,
Right.
he keeps fears a threat during the stream and he's been nice again. It's just got to go over the whole thing. Uh, I don't know what I'm going to do next. Hopefully, a lot more animal streams. Says the situation is calm for the moment. She's free. He's moved out of the house. She's got control over her money again. Um, he's been swatted. How cash on fire, but stalked. She was stalked by this fucking weirdo when she was at. She was in a hotel or whatever, and he just kept on sending her almost like Buffalo Bill-esque videos about how he's going to come to her, and eventually he actually tried to get into her hotel room at a convention.
Yeah. Okay. I'm getting a phone.
Go on. What? Bad traffic day. We were just talking about that, Troy. We were just talking about that. Abuse is awful. She had an abusive relationship. Stop talking about it and leave, period. I hope everything. I think Missy's point is that she's skeptical, which she should be. She should be in this day and age, be a level of skepticalness. I am hesitant to go all balls in, but it's hitting all those nerves. I actually hope to a degree that she is faking it, because that means she's not getting abused. Relationships linger on the damage, toxic ones slow people's psychology. I think so. That's not nice. They think so. I agree with Missy. It's fair enough. More details will leak out eventually, but between that and we'll also be talking about it more on Thursday. By the way, on Thursday, it looks like Shabby will be joining us for Bearded Ramblings. We might go an hour later. We start at just for Shabby's timetable. But yeah.
So,
Oh.
my child has locked himself out of his truck. I must go bring him his keys at the gas station.
So do you want to
I
end the
have
stream, or do you want me to hold down the fort, or what?
Up to you. You can hold on to the fort. I'll see how long it takes me to run over to him. He's not that far away.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Put yourself on mute or whatever, and yeah.
All right. Keep going.
Okay. It seems every time I stream with Missy, there's always something with her kids. Always something that springs up. I am. She probably won't be able to come over and meet us in January for the meetup in New York because I don't know, one of them sets the house on fire or something. If Shab actually shows up, we are going starting an hour later exclusively because Shab can't do 10 Eastern. And I could hide this. No, not at this point. Not at this point. Like he'll probably forget, and what he tends to forget when we do a half-hour show prior, when we do like a mic and cam check. So, these kids, they're always up to something. I know. How there they have lives of their own and causing chaos, madness. Oh God. This is going to be a rough winter in the UK. It'll be a little better for us, but I want to show you guys this. The government in the UK originally had plans to protect people this winter with the Ukrainian war ongoing, the Nord Stream line shutting down, and the economy already kind of all over the place. And then a few days ago, the government did a complete 180 and was like, actually, no, we won't give you all those benefits. Compare that to my country, which is giving everybody 500 and capping how much extra that income could be from the companies. So, yeah, it looks like a lot of elderly people, particularly, are going to die of the cold this year. No idea how cold it's actually going to get. Past few years we have had a bit of a leaner one, a lot of rain, even the occasional storm. But especially if you're up in Scotland, for example, it's always fucking cold. People are going to freeze. People are going to die. And yeah, Liz Truss is on the way out. She might be considered one of the worst prime ministers ever at this rate. She hopes the centre will make it easier, quicker for decisions such as hospitals. The NHS is struggling, of course. Um, Expansion, 55,000 ambulance trips freed up to treat other patients each year. Let's see, under the plan, care providers will give more support to deal with falls. 2 in 5 hospital admissions for care homes currently relation to patients falling over. Jesus. Access to professional mental health, ambulance services. Of course, this will be a trickle-down effect. As they focus on the elderly people so much, it's going to get worse. Yeah, she's absolutely terrible at this job. Like, at this point now, I'm just waiting for the English to go, fine, we'll let another Labour person back in. And then they're going to fuck it up in a different way. Because Labour hasn't been good since, ironically, like, just before and during World War One, and just after World War Two. Every other time they fuck up in their own different ways. This is. I'm terrified that my government's got to do this because, like I said, we're gonna get 500. The last bill we got had already had the price increases up to 30%, and it was way higher than we were expecting. Uh, so I'm terrified with the winter on, we'll eventually have to bite the bullet and put the heating on so we don't, freeze. I've got a portable heater now, of all people. Lady, back when we were dating, she gave it to me. She knew I was cold and she knew winter was going to be rough, so she gave it to me and she let me keep it, which was very nice of her and unnecessary. I could have given it back to her, but that's going to cost electricity. So my government better keep its promise and give us that 500, or else tell the companies we don't have to pay bills at all, because if it's going to be higher than last time, we're going to struggle. And I don't even mean like struggle, oh no, I might not be able to put money in towards the trip. I mean struggle as in we just won't have it on us. Yeah, this is getting pretty bad over here. And we'll probably have about 2 bills to pay. So, like I said, guys, link in the description to help a brother out. But that'll be a drop in a drop of a bucket. Anyway, let's watch something while we're gone. I need to see some Gucci's. That's what I need to see. Something upbeat, something happy. Well, I don't know if happy is the right term. I saw she was involved with something to do with 6 days ago. Which it was like something clips. Was it the IRL clips? Oh shit. Wow, she's never looked as pretty. Wee. Ah, no, what have I done? I made everything terrible. I am a professional streamer who has been doing this for years, and only some of that is true. Doesn't take the mask off. She doesn't take any mask off. Lies. There's a channel I follow, and I saw it was like she was basically cooking Blade. It wouldn't just be Captain Content, would it? Oh shit, it was his birthday 4 days ago. Should have popped in for that. Oh God. Ah, that's what I get for not bloody at least liking the video. I have no idea where the damn thing is. Anyone got any suggestions if they want to watch something while Missy's out? Go into to channel subscriptions, or just say it here on the chat. I'll try to find this in the interim. Oh shit! I think this is it. Oh god, he's... Look at that. Fucking... This isn't even, like, funny. It's just... with Blade when he's that far gone.
What up, Blades chat? How y'all doing?
Hi, we are on Chicken's RV right now.
It's mine.
Next fire sale for me, I'll do an extra one, so plus one.
Your scripts are repetitive.
Oh, and I'll be doing a drunk stream tomorrow, of course. I'll be, I don't know what time I'll start at. It really depends on when I wake up. Because then I gotta go out and do my shop. So I don't want to start too early or else, well, none of you guys who tend to watch me will pop up.
You're sitting alone. Do you need people around because it makes it a better
Your buffets are repetitive, shut up.
Goes back Chicken Andy with a girlfriend Beck. They're joined by other streamers. As usual, the group gets drunk. Blade and Salmon. Andy gets into argument over their content.
My what? Bro, you've been doing the same fucking script for years and you call my buffets repetitive?
Your buffets
Blade, you're
repetitive.
IRL shit. You don't even go out no more, dude. You don't do nothing but fucking sit in an RV
I
and drink.
literally, we just...
How am I repetitive?
You're...
At
What do you
least
mean
I
you're
go
repetitive?
outside. I go outside, you don't.
Last time I saw Blade do anything other than just sit around was when he sat around with his mother.
I've been outside, like the
Yeah?
past 3
When?
streams I've been outside.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Yeah?
I went on a fucking
Just
hike the
outside
day
with me.
before, went on a hike the day before that.
Cardio.
Yeah, it's called cardio, dude. What do you,
Yeah.
what do you...
I've only done like 3 buffet streams, dude. You've done nothing but fucking drink. Your whole career is based off of drinking, dude. You don't do shit but drink. How am I
Hey, I take offense to that. Oh, wait, no, he's talking about Blade.
repetitive? Shut the fuck up. You've been doing nothing but drinking your whole fucking life. You're fucking dying because of what you do for a living.
I ain't dying, dude.
You're not dying.
You're dying,
Blade.
Blade. You don't have a fucking toe. Your foot always gets... Why is it up with his foot? It always gets fucked up.
You're not
You're
dying.
closer to
got
death than
holes
I
in your
You're
fucking toes.
you're closer
You
to death
got
than I
holes
am.
in your
You're
fucking
closer
toes.
to death than I am.
You
Best
got
believe
holes
that.
in your...
Chicken
I have to do it with cream soda, so I'm good at mixing.
I want to grope you a little bit.
How much THC did you take? How much did you... A sip?
I was gonna say, like, that's not that many beer, but then I saw THC shots. Like, oh, okay.
You're gonna be tripping!
I would not do that.
Yo, Beck.
I'm such a lightweight when it comes down to weed.
Oh my god, I drugged her.
I don't know. I took like 2 of them.
Beck.
Anybody have any girlfriends, mothers, wives, sisters they want to send over real quick? I'll drop the addy. Send them over every little bro thing, dude.
I kept doing that to you. Remember when you were tripping?
Can I leave?
No, you're frozen. You're frozen. You can't leave. We're gonna grope
I'd
tonight.
be screaming right now if it was acid. If it was acid, I'd be f***ing, like running around.
Have another
screaming,
shot.
Like, literally.
I think Shu did, like, not Flacca, fucking Sativa. And she was like, no, I don't like this. Why do it in the first place?
What is that, dude? What the f*** is that,
She is
man?
high or something.
No, she's very comfortable in this
sorry.
environment.
Oh my god,
This is
AKA
really nice, really
dressed
nice
up as
thing.
only
When
When
black.
someone's really happy like that.
Jesus, how much THC?
Up, dude, I would be
Fucked
tripping
up,
my
bro.
balls. You know.
That happened within like what? In
20 minutes. 20,
minutes?
yeah, 20, dude.
Yeah, it's kicking in now.
Are you Liddy Beck?
I love Beck.
She drank some of this
She's
THC.
my
I'm going to the gas station. Anything?
Oh no,
Alright.
Taking a few
So,
more
2
shots.
packs of
of weed.
NXTs, back Newports for me,
my vape.
and gas. Anything, and even anything else. Do you want a Coke, baby?
You want some Coke? Get her some Coke. Want some Coke, baby? Get her Coke.
I don't
8
need
ball.
one.
8 ball.
Really good at pouring shots. I don't know if
Well,
people.
on RV7.
You always.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Here, completely safe and reputable people, I would love more alcohol.
Out, but I actually was raised by a bartender.
It was really rough for me. No, it's not, dude. It's not that song. It's not the Stitches song.
Now, do you know how much you need?
It's the friggin' one where friggin' dude.
I'll tell you when.
Fuck it, dude. I don't even know.
When I say. Wait! Yeah, that's perfect. That's all you needed. Cheers to us being the most responsible.
Kraken!
Alright.
I'd love some Kraken right now. I'm probably gonna get Morgan's tomorrow though. Cash money. Not the best as it was.
Do you have NXTs? Can I get 2 packs of NXTs? And a pack of Newports?
That was pepperoni?
Yep.
Oh no.
Over again, but thank you. Anonymous?
Anonymous sent $10.
Just like.
So sometimes I feel
no,
like
they're
I have
bonding
love for
over
you, like
drugs.
You're my little brother, or my son even.
Stepbrother.
And then I have like hate like where I want to punch you in the face.
It's unconditional.
That's a shame, but it shows how much you loved it, man.
It's
unconditional.
like love and hate.
I'm toxic.
I always love you.
Dude, alcohol never killed no one.
Algae Boon. We can get lit for Algae Boon, dude. We really need that.
I drank
I can agree with Blade there.
Really
It's what you
need that.
do with alcohol. Also the alcohol.
Sorry. I didn't mean to be.
We're almost with like
It's
fucking
okay,
done
back,
with
don't
beer
worry.
number 9, dude.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm jealous.
8.
Help me.
8.
Help me.
Excuse me.
Help me. Give it to me.
Yeah,
I'm going to break it up and
Give
give you
it to
$8
me.
13 times, so you can
Give
hear
it to
13
me.
songs if that's all right.
Give
You
it to
choose.
me.
You can even pick
Are
out
you
some
lit,
13
baby?
songs that you want to hear.
I love the music, but
She won't get attention.
My heart was. My heart was.
No, stay.
My heart was hurt.
Was
Oh my
it?
god, dude.
You know, if I get this drunk over on the American trip, like I hope if I'm with somebody they kind of like make sure my phone is safe. Because I'm a klutz in real life. So you know, I'd be kind of terrified of waking up and finding. I mean, it wasn't. That's what happened with my wallet the last time I went over to the States. I just got lazy and I didn't bother to do double checks and triple checks and quadruple checks. Yeah. Be sure that she's all right. There's no word back yet from her. If, for the record, if she's not back, say around about midnight, I guess I'll call it quits. 2 hours isn't terrible. That's just under half an hour.
Beck, I'm so sorry.
If you guys got any suggestions to what to watch tomorrow as well, also put it down in channel suggestions. As long as it's copyright free, it's all good in the hood. I'll have a drink, probably followed by several other drinks. And Blade returns and subjects turn to love for Cadillacs. He claims to make feel really good at Beck, real good, and Beck kind of took offense to that and tells him she'll kick his car. What?
Over there?
I love Basil Lacks the greatest feeling ever, dude. It really is.
You and your Cadillac.
What?
Holy shit.
What? What's up?
Is she getting jealous over a car?
Say it again. What did you say? After you had that bit of laughter and regret, what was you talking about? I'm just saying I like Basil Lack. It's a good feeling.
Are you breathing again?
Yeah, it's like a fucking orgasm on your fucking body.
I'm old.
You are.
Yeah.
Not as old as
You're old, I'm sorry.
I don't care.
You're old.
As in 3, Beck
You're
says what
older.
keeps him young.
We saw in 2003.
Like, that's a bad year. Neat.
I mean, a little bit, but it's like, you know, it's what keeps.
I mean, he does kind of give me a vibe of the unspoken, the unspoken extra member of like a knockoff version of Limp Bizkit or like Linkin Park or something like that. He just kind of an unused character in a failed project of Kevin Smith, you know.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit. Cheers. Fire sales, figure it out, dude. Every time I shoot a chicken, it's a collab, not a leech.
Yes, I know that. I agree.
At least admit that. At least admit that, dude.
At least admit.
I gotta ask. I like White Claws, but I can count on one hand how many times it's gotten me drunk. How the hell do all these motherfuckers drink gallons of the stuff all the time and it always gets them drunk? Like, I don't get it. Like, I could drink gallons of the stuff and it would get me a little bit tipsy. It seems like half the time these fucking IP2 guys live off White Claws and it gets them sloshed. And they're not even like fortified. They're just like 4 point something little tiny sliders of booze. Like, it just, they got real booze. They got like rum and shit, beer. I mean, it's PBR, but still. Have I been? Up and down, I guess. I've hit the weights, well, not the weights, the treadmill again. I'm feeling really good about myself, but it's gonna be a long while before I really feel like I'm getting some progress done. Beyond that, just glad that the American trip is now locked in. So looking forward to that.
Liking that he's not leeching. Leech!
No, that's not true, chicken.
I made you. I made you. I made you.
Blade, actually, Blade.
Jess, I've always needed you. I need you the most right now. Calm down, chicken. Jess, chicken, calm down.
You were just mocking him.
She's trying to kiss me. She's kissing. Oh my God.
Well, that'll
Oh
help.
no. I do. Okay.
You poor bastard.
What is Okay. I'm just trolling.
I've never been an Andy. I've never been an Andy.
Alright, honestly, like, at one point they need to have someone go, quick sock me, bro, for this to bring up all the old feels.
Never been a goddamn Andy. And I haven't either. I'm Tony around.
In every single situation, I made Geezer. I made Attila. I made Chicken.
I made Andy Dick. I was there behind the scenes when he got his first role on TV. Blade reaches blackout points.
You don't even know what I'm saying right
Wait,
now.
a few moments? Like an hour, half an hour? Because it's hit me like a sack of bricks before, but I seldom go from ba 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 to bleh. Which is, by the way, my go-to. Whenever I get super drunk, I just get super tired and I want to go to sleep.
Anything right now, and
I'm a boring drunk, to be honest with you.
Back over here. I'm taking a video. Hold on, do this more.
He's too drunk to even process what's going on.
Let's go home.
we can't go home.
We're going home.
I can't drive yet.
We're getting off. Shut up. You shut up. I got
Hey! Oh, I didn't my woman like that.
Oh no! Blade.
Yo, what are you eating, you f***ing schmuck?
Is that a napkin?
Are you literally eating f***ing tobacco, you f***ing sod?
I don't think so.
Yo, this motherfucker's eating tobacco.
Beck's in the back with Chicken Annie right
Chewing tobacco.
I don't worry about that.
You should be.
You should be.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry
You
about.
should be.
No, I should be.
Chicken pipes butter.
You're
Look at your lady. She's all over.
Yeah, no,
Go look at her.
I'm not kidding.
Go look at her. You're insecure. Ladies type of guy to lick come out the.
Stop being fat! Stop being fat!
Yo, you need some help back here?
Stop being fat. You know, if I could, it would save me a lot of hassle over the next few months.
Here, boy, take your cigarette, dude. You need a cigarette, dude.
No, I don't need a cigarette right now.
I
don't need a cigarette right now, dude.
God, it is.
Get the f out of here! Yo, get out of here!
Hey, where's the back at?
I just be like, room for one more, and then I just grab the nearest thing with a pulse and just freak it out. I wouldn't even care if it was my girlfriend. I'd show dominance in this situation. Or better yet, I wouldn't get into a situation like this in the first place.
Why am I back? She's getting it! She's getting it, Bob!
Back up.
Back up!
Back up.
Back up!
Back up.
All six of you better back up.
Back up.
Back up!
Back up, Patty.
Back up, Patty!
Hey, Beck, let's go, dude.
Beck, hey, there is no Beck tonight. You should go home. Beck is talking to a real man.
Don't.
Oh no. Oh, if this camera wasn't on, Blade wouldn't remember anything about what happened. Oh, I feel so sorry for him. I do, but it's funny. It's funny the same way. It's like Schadenfreude, because we've all been in situations where we made a fucking ass of ourselves due to drugs, drink, or the opposite sex, or perhaps if you're into it, the same sex, and it's ended with getting. He flew back.
Don't.
Whee!
You alright, Blade?
No, that's fucked up, dude.
That's fucked up, dude.
Back up, dude. Scram, dude.
I never get to use the cook tent. I paid a fortune for it.
Back, we gotta go, dude.
Hibiscus, sunflower, blossom, kiss
Suck it in more.
love letter.
Suck it, dude.
Oh no!
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I would hate to be.
What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, Beck's not in here, dude.
Oh, okay.
Just
She
figure it
left?
out.
She already left?
Yeah, dude, she's never was here, dude.
Oh.
Get out of
Alright, dude. Yo, have a good night.
Thanks, man.
Alright, man.
Hey, can you buy back up RV?
I tried.
I never cooked anyone like this, but there was a situation where we all wanted this one guy to leave, and I wasn't on the plan, and it was basically just a series of events that got him to leave. Like, it was very, very convoluted and strange, but it was also like, once he was gone, yeah, no, I thought everyone wanted to go to bed, and I was staying with them. So once they were gone, they all turned to me and like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, well, I was getting like the bed I was staying at, the blow up mattress out. And he's like, dude, you don't have to go to bed. We were just telling him that to leave. We can't stand the guy.
Hey, babe. Hi, where you at? Can you come back to the car?
He realizes that they're not going
Come
to the
back
ice
here,
cream
baby.
parlor, but the dentist, and his mom lied to him.
Go back to RV, dude.
We gotta go home. Beck, we gotta go home. Beck, we gotta go home.
She's on a
What's going on?
different plane of existence right
What's
now.
happening?
We're trying to sleep, dude. Oh.
Like, literally.
What is going on?
We're going home, dude. Beck.
Dude, let her be. She's trying to
This seems like a very stable relationship.
Shut the fuck up. She's not trying to sleep.
She's trying to sleep. Beck, are you trying
Beck,
to sleep or what?
Beck, are you trying to sleep or are you trying to go home?
Are you trying to sleep or are you trying to go home? Oh yes, look at her right now, going home.
Beck. Let's go home.
You can't drive, dude.
No, I can drive. Let's go.
You can't.
No, you can't drive either.
You're a piece of shit, dude. Come on, Beck. Come on, let's go.
Wait, are you okay?
He says this, but he's gonna hang out with them all next week, or
She
like
can't drive.
right
You're putting her
now.
in danger, dude.
No, I can drive.
You can't.
No, you can't.
He says he can drive.
Beck, do not go in
You
the
can't
car.
drive.
Beck.
No,
don't do
no
it.
one's
I'm not
driving.
gonna go. I'm not going. We can't drive.
Y'all can have the background.
Can I go pee?
Yeah, you can pee.
Huh?
You're not sleeping back there with these kids.
I wasn't trying to sleep.
I know.
Slow it down, slow it down.
Hi, baby.
That's his girlfriend.
Yeah!
We're really not going anywhere now, baby.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
She don't want to go any place. She wants to stay
Oh
with us.
no!
Yo, Blade hears me go, she gay, and then he's like, I'm awake now.
You good? You're good?
LMP.
Alright, element OP. Alright, get comfy.
Yeah, this is I don't think there's that much space in the IP2 van, but it is possible that they could set up some sort of tent for him to sleep in for the night. But the car works well too.
You good? Alright.
Oh my god. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's taking a nap.
Ew. My tongue doesn't come out that far, but this mouth does wonders.
This is literally the fucking premise of a gangbang.
DSLs, baby.
A cuckoldry gangbang.
Hey, tongue.
That's
Alright,
crazy.
Can you touch your nose with your tongue?
What up? I can't take you home yet.
Yo, Blade, we're busy. Talk to you later.
Oh no.
That's the only way to get him back in here.
Mondo, where are you gonna live with me when he kicks me
want.
out?
I'll take you anywhere you want.
It's okay.
And so everyone knows, Blade is in the back seat taking
Pour a
a nap.
little water on her butt.
Yeah, he laid down in the back seat. And that's
Oh
what
my
he's-
god, what the?
He's taking a nap in the back seat.
Mondo! What the fuck, dude?
Uh-oh.
Mondo, what
How's it feel?
My
It's not
butt
bad.
got wet.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I love if she said that while. Well, oh, imagine if Blade walks in right now.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it don't look bad. It
Really?
looks great.
Name
Really?
gets
That
handsy.
wasn't my hand for the ring.
Oh my.
She's down for the D. This is why open relationships are the superior relationship. Oh god, she's gonna fall.
Hey, you look pretty soaked to me.
No.
Let me see, turn on.
Oh no, now we're back on the bed. Oh, our clothes are flying off.
Oh my god. Let's go check up on Blade.
You have big tits.
Remember all these?
Like right there, but it might have got pushed off. I
Nice
don't know
one.
what was going on.
Okay. Whereas they could even. Wait, who? Back in Chicken Andy, it looks like they're making out. Oh, it kinda did.
Is Blade in the back?
I know.
Whenever I hang out with Vegas, like, I tell her, I'm sorry that you have to take up so much responsibility being a wife of a streamer.
Sure, that's what you told her.
Want to have a cigarette? What?
Yeah, I'll take one. Stop.
Hey chicken kiddo, please be safe. Don't want you to end up like Blade for real.
You're already taking after him a little bit tonight.
Oh god.
I don't like you. Goodbye.
Is everything okay?
Nope.
Oh no. A somewhat in a relationship with Chicken Andy. Somewhat. Well, maybe she should go and make out with Blade to get back at.
Cause he blames me and accuses me all this makes me feel your positive.
Anonymous sent
When he's the one
$10
that
while Blade
doesn't
elites
fuck
the
with
chicken village big.
And I think you and Beck deserve each other. You're both disgusting, gross ass punks.
Oh
yeah, so you're a princess.
And we're walking back, and then Jessica, while we're walking back, Beck falls in front of me, and I like grab her.
And then, you know, she starts taking my clothes off. Well, what am I going to do? She clearly wants it.
So Beck doesn't fall, and then
Beck fell into your arms.
No, like fell, literally stumbled and
Anonymous.
fell. We literally had a cigarette.
That's the sort of party that no one wants to talk about, but it's caught on camera forever, so yeah.
Drink that Jaeger till I'm
what the fuck is
dead. Only lose me leg. I'ma drink that Jaeger till I'm dead. Only lose me leg. I got holes in my leg, Jaeger in the keg, balding on my scalp.
I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Yeah, I'll whoop your wife, or I'll toss your dog. Pissing on the couch, my head's in a fog.
Oh.
Figure it out, little bruises. Figure it out, little bruises. Figure it out, little bruises. Figure it out, little bruises.
Ugh. Okay. Okay, now I've seen it in full detail. Now I've seen the whole thing. Well, at least I think I've seen. What the fuck? Keemstar talks to only USB Blade about Chicken Andy. Really? Okay, I was expecting to see Keemstar at some point over the next few days, but I wasn't expecting this. Alright, Keem, hit me up. Oh shit. Is that Missy? Or is that something else? Oh. Ah, no, wasn't her. I have no idea. Missy's gonna be. Yeah, it looks. She's got about 8 minutes to go, and then I'm gonna have to call it. Well, I've had a laugh anyway. We got enough time to watch one more video. Well, actually, I'll do it until like the live thing is at 2 hours, so that's 8 minutes.
I'll only use me Blade. He got cheated on last night with one of his good friends, Karma. Is that true?
Hold on. That's a weird.
Is that true?
That's a weird story.
Soviet Union with the 5.
Hold on.
What up,
Hold
Keith?
on.
Well, can I read?
I gotta call my ex-friend to find out if he got cheated on.
No.
That sounds like content.
Oh no.
Does that not sound like content?
That's great content to me. Salvo pancakes.
I do like Keem's
Hello?
bar.
Blade, I am on. Blade, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up? I'm in the car.
Are you on the show?
Am I on the show?
Yeah, I'm live streaming right now, and we called you because there's people in the comments saying that you got cheated on.
No.
You didn't get cheated on?
You kind of got cheated on.
I definitely did not get cheated on.
Is there anything new and exciting going on in Blade World?
Yeah, he's getting healthy and changing his life around.
Oh my! All right, round of applause for that.
That's what he's doing.
Hey, Blade.
I've been walking.
Hey, Blade. It's Salvo Pancakes here. I'm sure you've heard of me here. So someone in the chat goes, claims that you.
Okay.
Weird story.
Soviet
Blade.
Am I on the show?
Yeah, I'm live. New and.
Do you know where your wife or girlfriend was last night? Why would they say that?
I was with her last night.
Okay. Are you in a
For some
cuckold
of it.
situation?
Shut up, Salvo.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Wait, can I talk to your girlfriend real quick about your health? So, forgive me, I forgot your first name. What is your first name? Beck?
Rebecca?
Oh, Rebecca. Rebecca, how's Blade been getting healthy? Because, I mean, it's like, you know, I'm not trying to dog on him, but everyone knows
He's
Blade
drinking
is
Jaeger
an
shots
alcoholic
light.
and whatnot, and it's had some crazy streams. How's he getting healthy?
Okay, so first of all, I get that he looks like an alcoholic on the internet, but he never drinks unless he's on stream. So that
That is
happens
true.
like two times a week, maybe lately, that he's been really doing that. He's on diabetes medicine now that he was never taken care of before when he had leg holes and all that other shit going on.
Holes in his legs, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, he goes to the doctor regularly now where he never would go before. What else? We started working out and walking.
One second. I actually just moved back to Seattle because my mom's getting older.
I don't know.
This is Keemstar. Keemstar.
Oh, okay.
And Salvo pancakes.
Nice to meet you, boss. No, but we recently moved up to Seattle because my mom's getting older and she needs, help as far as like assisted living and stuff like that. So moved up here to kind of take care of that. And because there's hella like,
Okay.
there's hella hikes and shit like that I can go on. Trying to be healthier, trying to eat better. Trying to figure out how to do internet stuff, streaming stuff that doesn't involve drinking. My community
Impossible. There's no such thing. I mean, Keem's literally filming from a bar right now. Next stream I'm going to be getting drunk. There's no such thing as a sober YouTuber. That's a little known fact. Even the Muslim ones get absolutely hammered before the show. We have to. It's the only way to keep the voices out.
Been pretty supportive of like my streams that no alcohol.
Okay, our chat is spamming us saying that you've been very unhealthy and that like none of this is true and they have some type of proof that your girl cheated. Like, what is this? Are you being trolled by a big group of people? Or is there big people?
Yeah, always. That's this community.
No, Blake. No, man. It's okay. You don't need to look at the stream last night. All right.
Like exercise, like viewers and shit like that,
Like if he could get away from that, he would.
Yeah.
Would you let her like cheat though? Like, is that something that like you are sexually interested in?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Maybe she just wanted to
live
bang
stream
somebody who wasn't falling apart at the seams.
fails. Livestream fails is saying that they have proof of you cheating on Blade, young lady.
Of course they do.
What are they talking about? What are they referencing?
Pull up
do you
the
know,
clip
Do you
here,
know what
Chris.
they're referencing?
They're talking about outside when Chicken came up to me and kissed me, but nothing else happened.
Wait a minute. You kissed another
And Blade
man.
knows.
Did you kiss
Yeah.
another man?
Talk about the wet butt and the human sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, so that sounds like cheating. If Brantley...
So most people are drunks. Galen, I'm not being serious, obviously. I just love the idea that this job is like so terrible for you that you have to go to some sort of substance. But to be honest with you, most streamers I know do partake of substances on regular basis. It's only weed, but it's like me, obviously I get drunk at least once a week on stream. Not always, sometimes I just don't feel it. Shabby's famous for being a stoner. The drunken peasants, the only reason most of us are here in some varying degrees, would partake on weed and get drunk too, and occasionally do other stuff. Blade is just fucking blitzed out of his skull 9 times out of 10. So is most other people on IP too. Sometimes a lot heavier than just drink. Substance abuse to varying degrees is like very common. Other people don't. Like, I used to watch MatPat. I meant any substance to drive conversation. Yeah, I mean, technically, yeah, I guess. As a very straight edge person.
Like, I'm now thinking, like, what percentage? Because then you've got people who, like, I watch and almost never do anything, but occasionally will have, like, a drunk stream, like Vosh, for example. And that's cool. Like, you're better off for it if the hardest thing you drink is like a cup of tea or coffee or even less. But most people I watch have had like drunk streams or drinking streams or just like a glass of wine or smoke. And depending on who it is, it can be absolutely brilliant. Casey Tron spent most of her career being drunk or nowadays being high. And she's doing pretty damn well for herself. But then you get like the big names. The thing with the big names is that they can't really afford to be like that on stream all the time. Except ironically enough for Amaranth, who would actually do like shots for donos and stuff like that. I really do like the buzz of it, of course, but I couldn't be like Blade, for example. I couldn't be like those guys on IP, just spending every single goddamn day blitzed out of my gourd. It gets so tiring after a while, and your days just become shorter. You know, like you go from 12 to 14 to 16 hours awake to like 8 or 6. And you can barely remember that. I've lost so many days to drink. Jeff Holiday now microdoses and smokes weed, but like he used to just get fucking smashed. So many people did. Other people have, like yourself, Gail, like they don't do it. That's okay. Whatever works for you.
Kissed a man, would you consider that cheating, Keem?
Yes.
So why did you come on our program, Blade, and claim that your girlfriend did not cheat last night?
You called me.
I called him. I called him. To be fair, Blade, you can just so you know, you can hang up on us.
No, he's not allowed to hang up. I'm gonna spread rumors and lies about him if he hangs up.
I'll tell you one person I think is worse when they're drunk, and I don't mean worse as like become violent or whatever. They just become as funny. Billy. I think Billy isn't as fun when he Billy the Fridge isn't as fun when he is drunk. I think he's great sober, but drunk he becomes sloppy and so like yeah man, and he kind of loses his sort of razor sharp skills, you know. Oh, I'm stuck behind a fucking train. I've come to the conclusion the world doesn't want us to stream tonight together. That was 4 minutes ago. Womp. Shall I call it? And yes, I use the term shall. Fuck you. But I also use the term womp to show that I am a child of the 90s.
No,
Blade,
shut up.
We're pulling up the clip here. We're pulling up the... Listen, lady, do not lump me into anything. I am my own entity.
Because I can go a little longer if you are only like 10, 15 minutes. If she's only like 10 or 15 minutes away, I can hold down the fort a little longer. I've got nothing really to do tomorrow. I've got to go up to the store tomorrow, which is a bit of a journey. But it's not like time sensitive. I gotta be at a bus in 10 hours. So if I stayed awake, then after I would done, I could go back to sleep. But I could also just go to sleep. And then, so either way, you know. So we'll see if
and I will start the rumors now.
Don't call me lady. My name is Rebecca.
Okay, sir. Okay, I'll call you sir.
Hey,
no problem,
don't
sir.
Be,
no
don't
problem,
be
sir.
misgendering people.
No problem,
it's
sir.
Rebecca.
No problem, sir.
Yeah, that's my job.
It's Rebecca.
No problem, sir. Okay, so our producer literally is failing.
There's no Twitch, YouTube, everything.
that woman needs a reality check. Cheating on Blade and now wants to step up to me on my program. She's lucky. Yeah. She's lucky. Pull up reddit.com slash. That was from 2019. No, yes, Chris. Yes. Reddit.com/livestream fails. It's all you need to do. Literally 2019. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
No.
I can't.
No.
So.
No. It was a day ago it was uploaded. Look, reacts to the highlights featuring Keemstar. Look. Yeah. This is the thing with online information. It all gets fucking dispersed really fucking easily. Alright. Giving Missy until the end of this, and then that's it. She's probably not going to make it, to be honest with you. Now we get to see the next one.
Woo! Brought the content! Woo! We made content last night, boys!
Inside!
I don't even know what's going on with Blade. Oh, should I call Blade? How about that? Let's call Blade. That's a good idea.
So this is the latest arc for these people.
Hello. Hi, Blade.
I like the Cheese and Chong thing.
What's going on with you?
Going to get some food right now. I'm on cruise.
What do you feel about everything? Processing it? Yeah. I got Beck's apology, but like it's just weird because I can't really talk it, but I don't know. I just wanted to see how you're processing everything.
I'm processing it. It is what it is, but we'll be good though. So.
You guys are gonna work it out?
We already come to it, so.
That's cool. So you're already over it?
Yeah, because like I would hypocrite because I've done some stuff shit when I was like drunk. That honestly, Beck should have left me a long time ago for some of the shit I did. But we love each other, so. Like
I could imagine her keep doing it though. That's the thing. That didn't look like it took her very long to.
Didn't happen, but.
Yeah.
Reach out for anyone who wasn't him, you know.
I don't know what they did because they walked off away with each other at one point. Like away from the RV, like they're like in front of the RV and they come back, but maybe she doesn't remember.
Yeah, I'm 99% sure that nothing besides just like a kiss happened, but
yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean I love her.
Yeah, you love her. She's there for you. She's a catch.
Other people have been catching her too.
I don't know how
Are you guys swingers?
I'm sorry. She's out of my league. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say.
All this other kind of shit. So.
Do you guys have like new boundaries now, or what's your boundaries?
She said I 2J covers because I get I'm
We'll go to the computer game store afterwards, okay, honey? I guess.
Okay, her mom might have bigger tits than she does.
Wow, you immediately going for some incest.
Like we're solid. We have a really good foundation that we can deal with shit like this, you know.
Yeah. Well, I wish you guys good luck. Maybe we'll see each other again. Alright, take care. Bye bye. There you go. Wow.
They were calling. Good morning, Blade.
You send that or not?
Huh?
You send that or not?
I said good morning.
I know. Did you, good morning to you. Did you send the cash app?
Oh, the $10?
Yeah.
Oh, for the cigarettes. That's right. That's okay. Yeah. I just wanted. Are you good? I'll send you your 10 right now.
Yeah. If you can ask, I don't have any kids there. You can ask them to do that too. That'd be cool too.
What'd you say? Okay. Yeah. I'll send the number. AK's number too.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
Hey man. Have a good. Have a good day.
Edward Kim paid for me.
Oh my god.
Edward Kim.
Dude, he only cares about the money. The $10 for the cigarettes, bro.
Carl only used me Blade. He got cheated on last night with one of his good friends, Karma. Is that true?
In all fairness, Bill, if you want to stop being an asshole on the internet, then that means the internet's won.
Hold on.
Show the internet what's what.
Is that true? That's
Hold
a
on.
weird story.
I'm live streaming right now.
Did you kiss another man? Spread rumors and.
Oh my god, what'd you think it was a chicken? Oh my god, what'd you think it was a chicken?
I did think that was an animal.
Dude, what the
That does look like a chicken.
It's a knob.
This is where I put back last night.
That's a natural dildo. You
Natural.
can get f***ed by that.
No, dude, come on, Chad. We're not gonna joke like that. Beck and I did not do anything. We may have made out.
You didn't do it this time, but the rules have now been established. Well, shame about Missy having to bug out, but such is life. No word back from her yet, except that she's probably still stuck in traffic. It'd be kind of ironic if she bolted home right now after her saying that she had she had to pay off the that she didn't like people speeding and shit. That'd be kind of weird. That'd be foreshadowing. That would. Ooh. But listen, to quote Gucci's, it is what it is. I had fun for the short time she was on, and I was interested to find out about all that drama with Blade, and now I have. So I can't call this stream a failure. It was fun. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I don't know what time. Like I said, it depends on a few factors, how much sleep I've got. And we'll be here on YouTube. Don't forget to check out Twitch. And if you do subscribe on Twitch, not follow, you'll be able to join us on the watch party, which will be the first week of... might just go and chat. I'll talk to the chat, actually, for a little bit. Actually, I'm not ready to call it quits quite yet. I don't know about watching other things, but we can have a chat. Missy might magically show up, but I mean, also, I don't think so. But I don't know, I'm just not ready to call it quits yet. I don't want to start up everything, so I'll be right back in a second. Yeah, hope you guys are doing well. East Coast traffic is the worst. Yeah, we were talking about that. It was an absolute nightmare of a situation every time I've been there. And it's not going to be any different when I'm in, although I will say the Skyway, in Chicago, that was the worst. That was the burp. Ooh. That was the worst I ever had to experience in America, going into Chicago, because it was not only like it was full of traffic, it was also completely dilapidated. There were potholes everywhere. But yeah, like I said, I'm not ready to call it quits quite yet. You guys have been doing well. I am not, like I said, I'm not sure what to stream tomorrow.
Something fun while drinking. I do kind of... Yeah, I thought in my head, what would be cool to watch? We haven't watched infomercials in a long while drinking. That was originally my drinking stream of choice. I would, well, that and driving trucks, which I've been thinking of doing for old time's sake over here, but I need to get my hands on the latest DLC just to check it out. I think it's Wyoming now. That's like 10 or something. It's on sale. But yeah, I would really, yeah, we should really watch old infomercials. They were brilliant. Especially like the foreign ones that have like really weird standards compared to ours. Some of the Indian ones go really racist, oddly enough. And others go really like sex is a big factor there. I'd also like to watch some of those subway dramas. If anyone follows Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, he looked at like the Subway franchise, and that includes looking at in South Korea they have Subway themed dramas, where the main focus on it is that like they're all around a Subway, the sandwich bar, not an actual like underground. And it was very, very, like, it's so bad. But I don't know about the copyright. That's always my major problem. The copyright. What will be allowed? What won't be allowed? Also like the Warriors of Wulin, but I only ever want to watch that if Elf King's coming back. And Elf's working around the clock like crazy. The little time that they do have, they don't have the apartment to themselves, so it doesn't really work out. That's why you haven't seen very much of them here or on Discord. They've just been busy. They are down to rejoin. They just have to find a good time for it. Nah. No worries. Yeah, Missy's not gonna be joining us, but well, that was already kind of a given. Gotta tell you, man. I've been kind of struggling to find new content. Just for me, when I'm with Krendar and such, it's great. But I'd like themes, you know. I like an episode to have a theme and we stick with it. But it's so hard to find like stuff that just makes you piss yourself laughing, or is just really good. It's why I often like fall back on people like IP2, because they are really easy to make fun of. But also there's always more plot, you know. It's but it's lazy, you know. I mean, we could just become like a fucking drama channel where I spend all day pointing at people, go, look at that, look at that. But man, I don't like the idea of that. That the aim, laughter, to a degree. I like also just regular old-fashioned debate, not debates. I'm not very good at them. I like looking at debates, but I learned a long time ago I'm too passionate that I won't be able to say my piece, even if I'm on 100% the right side of an argument. Hey, genociding these people is a bad thing. Why? Because it fucking is. You know, like it doesn't really. In that case, maybe you could make an argument that it's so basic. but I'm just really not built for debates. I love watching them. It's why I was so obsessed with DP back in the day, and now I'm obsessed with people like Vosh. But I also have like much slower paced things that I like enjoying. I like lore videos. Anyone who's ever watched me play games that have like a slower pace know that I open up a second window over on Twitch, and I play lore videos, history videos, audiobooks. I usually do it with Skyrim. You know, we'll have Skyrim playing, but and it's very cool. It's very interesting to like learn the lore of Fallout or learn the lore of Elder Scrolls. But again, that's not for everyone. It seems I've got the worst luck. People who want a more upbeat sort of look at the lolcow videos, streams, come here, and I'm listening about the Gibbons' rise and fall of the Roman Empire, or while playing Fallout 4 and building a house up. And people who want to see maybe a more structured thing will find me looking at Gucci's getting sick on the side of a wall somewhere. Like I can, they can go back and they can find videos of me doing what they want, but I think it's because I don't have a structured I don't really have structure on this channel or on my Twitch either. I have the occasional timetables, schedules I keep to. But also, like, all I can really do is like pass the time by doing this instead of doing what I really want to do, is travel. Gaming is all well and good. I love the game, but I want to travel, and I don't have the money to travel. I don't have the money to make ruin videos. I don't have the money because that requires money to get up and about. Even if travel itself is free, just getting there is a fucking nightmare. Because of where I am. And it's now too late in the year to do like a hiking video because I don't have the boots that wouldn't get covered in mud in 5 seconds, and then I'd sink into a quagmire morass on par with like fucking the Psalm. I don't know why my mind has slipped out from that.
The body is round.
Hey!
Dude, I love my grandpa's lore. Shit about World War II, Vietnam. It gets pretty boring at some points, but I haven't seen such creative lore in a while.
First of all, that's in a way history more than lore, but I do love history too. And thank you so much with the $10. Very much appreciate that. What about Vosh? What about him? Like, I watch Vosh for the articles. I watch Vosh because he like does great debates, but there's also like a realism to him because Warhammer 40 count, 1,000 lores. Oh, well, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if you want, I can boot up a fucking 40k video we can all appreciate. Fucking Grimdark, or well, not all, but some of us, Grimdark or Remley's from 40k Theories. I'm thinking of having him on Bearded Ramblings pretty soon. We already got Naira. I might try to reach out to Remley's. Voldemort. Templin Institute does great stuff. I love looking at this stuff. But I'm always wondering, like, would you guys be interested in watching that without gaming footage as well? Also, I don't want to just steal people's content. I'm going to have to pause and add my bits to it, which I'm more than happy to. Right now, I'm big into my Star Wars lore. Stuff like Greasley and Eckhart's Ladder and stuff like that. I find it really fascinating, really in-depth. I'm getting big into the Grimdark narrators' audiobooks, which also then leads me to other audiobook readers. But again, like, we're not going to sit here and listen to somebody narrate off a book. not without me having something else to do. So I think I just kind of roll the dice and it always comes up the wrong number. When the audience wants A, I'm giving them B, and vice versa. And that's not, it might explain why I'm always like get lucky if I can make so few like subscribers or so few viewers even. I just don't have that sort of audience. So you're into Star Wars? Huge into Star Wars. Why? You find it a bit on the dull side? Because I don't blame you. There's certain elements about Star Wars that I find absolutely like bland. I don't like the kiddish angle to it, even though that's what Star Wars is for. I really like how does the Republic work? How does the Empire work? How does what's the thinking behind Sidious's plan to do A or B? And at times it feels padded. If ever come across something we could discuss, I'm all about fantasy literature. Well, in that case, do you know The Dark Sun? I just finished a 2-hour lore video, on my own time, of course, of the breakdown of the Dark Sun universe. And I've just started reading one of the first books. I can actually show the book, because of course it's audiobook. I love audiobooks. Girlie and I bond over like a lot of audiobooks. She wanted a bunch of 40k suggestions. She suggested Hollow Kingdom to me. I'm chapter 4 into it now. I wouldn't show that on screen. But like I'll play a little bit of this Dark Sun video, right? Dark Sun lore. Here, the Dark Sun campaign setting, complete guide. It's this was like a rabbit hole. It got me down from screen on. It got me down from I went on 40k, and then I got onto an urge to start getting into Conan, and from Conan I found out about this channel that like does a grimdark narrator half off, and then this. I don't know, but I'm in a real mood for like sort of primal barbarian sort of vibes right now. I'm a big fan of chaos warriors from 40k and the fucking Vikings, Norse, very primitive, and worlds to match.
The sun bleeds. The ultimate genesis of life has been soaked in the crimson sins of man. The precious soil refuses to surrender her bounty of food and transforms to sand, silt, and dust. The seas have shrunk to nothingness, and rivers are barely a trickle. This is the world of Athos, the world of the dark sun. But Athos was not always like this. Long ago, in lifetimes unremembered,
another world, another time, in the age of wonder. 1,000 years ago, this land was green and good.
The world of Athos was once blue and beautiful. The sun was a brilliant sapphire orb, shining over boundless cerulean seas. The halflings were the only intelligent race at that time, diminutive in stature but expansive of mind. The halflings built an advanced...
I hate when I click on something and it goes full screen. But it's vaguely connected to the D&D settings, but it's separate enough that the two almost never interact. It's also a campaign setting. I love discussing the Dark Crystal. Yes, I showed Song of Ice and Fire. I'm big into a lot of lore videos breaking down that, and I've read all the books, and I've read a lot of the side stuff as well. Tolkien, Elf King is huge into Elf's a very good friend of mine who has often been on stream here and definitely in the Discord. They're obsessed with Tolkien. Me, I've got my problems with a lot of Tolkien's works, but overall, I can't deny how important. I mean, hell, there's a fucking halfling on screen right here. It has nothing to do with Tolkien. But one thing I like about this world is that Calamity felt like the bad guys won, and now all that's left is just desolation. You know, it's like Mad Max.
Advanced civilization that stretched across the many thousands of islands in the world-spanning Athasian Sea. Though ignorant of true magic, the brilliant halfling savants were able to devise a way of controlling the energy of nature. By sacrificing the life of plants, they were able to shape the world to their whim. Much of the
Yeah, he's big into Tolkien. Who else as well? Luciferian's big into Tolkien. He does a lot of stuff.
records of this time have been lost, but
Rings.
all agree it
By the way, what do you think of the Ring of Power?
was a paradise and a time of wonders. Mighty cities built of ever-living plants, surrounded by great oceans teeming with life. War and hardship were unknown.
The race of mystics came to live in a dream of peace. Their ways
There's
were
so
the gentle
little
ways
like
of
info
natural
and lore on
wizards.
this setting.
The
but
halfling
yes, they
capital
use all
was
these other
Tiragi, a beautiful vine-draped city in a verdant mossy marsh. All of the brilliant colors of nature were expertly placed upon countless buildings grown from trees rather than built. Instead of streets, Tiragi was crisscrossed with hundreds of shallow canals. All was joy, perfection and harmony made glorious by the halfling nature lords. For untold
Weird how the
generations, the
halflings
halflings
were
were
the
the
start.
undisputed rulers of a world civilization based on the majestic union of nature. Until the world changed. The meddling halflings were never satisfied with their bounty, and attempted to shift the balance. Renegade savants forgot the ancient laws of working with nature, and instead they found a way to force the earth to bow to their will. With this newfound might, the halflings thought they could double their food extracted from the oceans. Alas, these experiments created a mighty poison. Their gluttonous desire for more power and food caused a brownish tide of algae that spread inexorably into all of the waters of Athos. Countless thousands of creatures went extinct. Oceanic plant life died off.
This is what I'm talking about. This is like, I'd love to be able to do stuff like this. Not make videos per se like this, but like have discussions with people on like topics this nerdy. But like I don't see a lot of people finding that interesting. I'd find it interesting. So I've always considered doing it, and I'd have to do my research. I'd have to start with the Elder Scrolls, honestly. It's the one setting I feel the most comfortable in talking about. But then again, of course, I've not played all the Elder Scrolls games. I've barely scratched the surface on ESO, and I've never played like Shadow Keep or Shadow Key or Dawnstar, which most people didn't. Readers and TV. I'm pissy at fans of House of Dragon and Rings of Power for not understanding they are the same plot from Tolkien and Martin, respectively. Yeah. It's like Tolkien. Well, no. Let's start with House of Dragon. House of Dragon was clearly like had a hand. Martin had a hand on it. Tolkien's been dead for decades. Like he's been dead for a long time now. He has no say on how the shows are going to go, and it looks closer to be more like what the movies were than what the books were, which I'm okay with because the books don't really translate to the same level as the movies did. The movies were an attempt to make them appeal to a broader audience, and they massively succeeded. But the books are great. Lots of people love them. But like read the Silmarillion enthralled. You don't. You read it as a sort of, this is interesting. Instead it's like, Arthway gave way to Inuith, Inuith gave way to Silhinian, and like, this is the Bible. This is just the Bible. Like it's just an elf Bible, and then you get into really interesting stories in between all that. It's like it doesn't appeal to a broad audience. I get people haven't figured out Martin's sagas, but Tolkien's works are understood. Um, well, Martin hasn't figured out Martin's sagas yet. Like that's it. Martin's recently said, watching the latest episode of House of Dragons, he said that his he would redo Jaehaerys more like was shown in the show, because his idea of Jaehaerys was this drunk, happy dude who didn't care about anything. Like it wasn't as interesting a character as what we saw on screen. As for Ring of Power, I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. I was kind of a little disappointed with it, but everyone's saying how great it is. And I'm like, we're watching the same thing, right? So I'm not compelled by these characters except for Gladriel, but Gladriel's kind of the main character, and she's very, very, very like well written. I'm into the Nebogard that inspired it all. Yeah, I think I've read Beowulf at one point. That's as far as I went. Instead, I'd read like I watch documentaries and read like the Wikipedia articles on like the inspiration for Tolkien, which would lead then into some problematic stuff about his relationship with female characters, and his relationship with foreign people. He also has this bizarre notion of like the divinity of monarchs that kind of doesn't gel well. I actually like Lindsay Ellis's take. If you notice, all orcs sound like Cockneys, with the exception of WoW, which they don't sound like Cockneys. And sure enough, it's kind of down to his classism. They all sound like gruff dock workers because they're the villains in his narrative, because they're products of the industrialization that's destroying his beloved Somerset and Cornwall, the fucking Lake Country. Well, yeah, that's Victorian labor for you, but these people aren't the enemy. Rather, the structures are the enemy. Not everyone wants to be an apple farmer, I want to go back to live in the city. I'd gladly trade someone for this place to go back to Dublin. It was just so much more convenient. But at the same time, I found Tolkien had like these great insights into things that I really liked. Send me your email on Discord. I can send you an invite to my library of fantasy literature. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that after the show. I was gonna say I want to grab something to eat, but there's nothing left in the fridge. I got paid as of 38 minutes ago, but nothing's gonna be open for another 6.5 hours. So I guess I'll either go to bed hungry or wait it out until the shop opens. But yeah, no, this is the sort of shit I'd love to do. Krendar likes this stuff, but his likes and mine don't always line up. I wanted to do, very early on in the year, I wanted to do a show with Elf King about anime. And we were going to start off with Berserk. Break down all the nuances of Berserk, the comics, the shows, because they're obsessed with it. Me, I like it. I like it. Ups and downs. The original show was just great. Not perfect, but pretty good. And I never could. Like, timetables never work out. People have to go to work. People have to... Missy today is a great example of this. She was online for a little bit, and then something came up. Krendar's new job is also causing struggles. Girly, I wanted to do Kink Think with Girly, but her timetable is all over the place, and someone had already beaten me to it. She's now doing the Final Girls. I'm not angry about that. I'm just saying, like, real life is a great example of it. I'm one of the rare people who have, like, so much free time to work around. Pimp your challenge, you hit 300. Thank you, Red Eye. I was on 300 and then I lost it again. People come in, people leave. People come in, people leave. Which is where Missy went. Missy had to leg it. Kind of weird that she was now stuck behind traffic. But I am really, 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 like, up for doing some nerd stuff with new people as well. But it would have to be on a topic I'm well versed in, so I'm not just completely, like, out of the loop. It'd have to be a topic I'm passionate about. Star Wars, Star Trek, okay, yeah. Babylon 5 now. That would be an interesting thing. I'd be definitely on board for some Babylon 5 lore. I'd be on board for some Alien Nation discussions. I'd be on board for 40k readings, discussions there. Hey, yeah, we could definitely work something out over the next few weeks, man, if you're on board. We'd have to pin down on a particular topic and the structure. But again, like, whenever I listen to, like, an audiobook on stream, I'd either be doing the 24-hour sleeping streams, not 24 hours sleeping, we get the gist, or B5, I'm so fucking in for Bab 5. Oh, thank Christ. It's like going to a foreign country and you're from a really, like, small country, and then you just look around desperately for anyone to know your language, you know. Bab 5, we could rewatch episodes of Bab 5, not on stream, of course, but we could rewatch, say, season 1 and then discuss season 1. That could be an idea. Centauri! Fucking love the Centauri. I've been told more than once that when I'm happy drunk, I'm on par with the average Centauri, and I'm okay with that. I don't have the 6 fucking tentacles, but still. I'm down for that. I'm down for talking about 40k. I'm down for talking about Warhammer Fantasy. I'm starting to get really into Warhammer Fantasy's lore now. I mean, I already was into it, but now I'm reading the books. Although now that shit, when I had dial-up every single episode. We have to talk. By the way, Red Eye, do you think? I want to know right now. Do you think that it's true what they say? Babylon 5 is the thinking man's DS9, because I think that does discredit to both of them. But I can also see what's going on. But I also know how the show was originally going to be made. Like, it was going to be made far more cerebral. Like, and then they had to cut it back and make it more, like, palatable to TV audiences. It was gonna involve God a lot more. No spoilers, but I did say a lot more. It is a sci-fi show though, so God is often brought in. But yeah, like fantasy, sci-fi. I love post-apocalyptic, but Fallout's not the only post-apocalyptic one. How many people break down the Mad Max ethos? How many people break down the Canticle for Libowitz? You know? I've never seen Boy and His Dog. We could have a whole thing. Like, I could have a whole show based on, like, looking at every single, like, post-apocalyptic one, which would, of course, include zombies. But they're almost like their own separate thing at this point. Or an alien invasion. Or the original Omega Man. Like, there's so much stuff I'd love to get really into on a regular basis. Maybe not every week, but like every other week, you know? It's the best sci-fi story ever told. Crusade needs to be made just like BF5 was made. Save rule set. Create. They fucking Crusade. Raider pulled the pin. Yeah. And of course, I'd like to talk about Stargate as well, and how that just lingered on well past the point where it should have died a dignified death. Really? More than Battlestar? I mean, you literally have a Cylon as a profile. Yeah. He wasn't like he was very sort of sinister. He's played up almost like as like the villain of the week in some episodes. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd love to do this. I'd love to do this, but I need people to come in with me whose timetables can line up. So yeah, if you guys want to have a this could be all a series. It could be a bunch of. It could be a complete like nerd breakdown of different shows. Something to revitalize the old low energy brand name beyond getting drunk and playing games over on Twitch. Because I'm stuck here until my next trip, where my real passion comes in. But this is also a passion, but this is a passion I can actually do. So a series, Battlestar was a fucking journey. Yeah. I never read any of the novels. I should definitely think about doing that. The ending of Bab 5 was brilliant. Talk about Canticles of Libowisk. Holy fuck. And how like the narrative changes over generations. That was a great touch. There'll be high energy. Anyway, I think we've lingered on enough. I'm giving them false narrative of seeing Missy. Not that we didn't have her. It was just, you know, life came out on top as it does. But hell, I can't say tonight was a bad stream. B5 is only half the story. I'll admit, I never saw Crusade. I thought it was like a tacked on at the end to revitalize it, but I gotta get into it. I know that. Anyway, I think enough time's passed now. Well, actually, hold on. Should we fucking do it to the whole 3 hours? Yeah, let's do the 3 hours. I could go into that blind, by the way. I could go into Crusade like completely blind, and then I can give like my impressions of it, which would be good. It'd be a good comparison for like a fan who's like obsessed with it and someone going in, because that's what we were going to do with a lot of anime, with the anime show I had with had 5 series. Yeah, but a lot of shows never ended, never kept on going. There's so many shows I remember as a kid that never really got the credit they were due, like Lex, for example, or Sliders. Like Lex had a really interesting idea. Like when I was playing Scorn and I went inside the spaceship that was, well, I think it's a spaceship anyway, and it's all made out of flesh. I mean, everything's made out of flesh. That's what I thought of. I thought of Lex. And it's the closest thing you're going to see to a live action 40k universe, especially the first series. And as for Sliders, so many good ideas. They're redoing Quantum Leap. Or they've redone Quantum Leap now. I never saw Blake 5. And I've only lightly tipped my toe into shows like The Prisoner or Doctor Who. Yeah, Lex. I remember I was very naughty. I'd stay up well past my bedtime to watch Lex. I was very obsessed with the girl, the one with the bright hair. Oh, Andromeda. We can't forget that. And these are the sci-fi shows. What about shows like the Badlands or Shantara for fantasy, you know? Though technically both of them count as post-apocalypse. And now, of course, they're doing a Fallout one as well. There's so much good shit out there. Like, hell, even I wasn't a big fan of it, but was it Magicians? The show that they did for or Magic, Merlin. It's like Merlin and the History of Excalibur. That was on Sci-Fi. Oh, sorry, the Sci-Fi channel. But you know, I'm on board for this. But this is only half of what I want to do. Like, I still want to cover like fucking crazy ass Karens and weird videos of dogs biting someone's in the ass. But I also want to do stuff like this more. And it seems the only time I ever really get to talk about it is when I'm doing like a slow stream over on Twitch. Alright, shameless opportunity to get more subscriptions, followers, donos, whatever. I'm ending the stream and I'm going to set up a new one, and I'm going to go over to Twitch and we're going to have something. I'm going to show you what I like to do. I'm going to boot up a game for sure, but that's not going to be the focus. It's going to be down the corner, a video or an audiobook or anything. Farscape. Oh, Farscape looked so cool, and I'd watch a few episodes and I was just not as much of a fan as I like because I was probably frankly too young. So I'd like to go back and watch some Farscape, and of course Firefly. Like, there's so many great shows out there, and these are shows. What about the movies? There's so many great movies, cartoon shows that could go some like never really went anywhere but had so much potential, like the Pirates of the Dark Water or fucking Jason the Wheel Warriors. Fucking anime, so many different types of anime, and so much shows from overseas as well that I haven't even heard of. There's probably a really good fantasy setting show out of Africa or South America. I know that there's a very big audience for that in Germany, for example. So yeah, that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this stream now because I'm not ready to call it quits. I'm going to go and boot up Twitch. I'll play something. Not sure what. I'll think when I'm over there. Not Scorn. And I will have a video up. But mostly I want you guys to come over there after this so we can continue the nerd talk. Okay? Moonbase Alpha, Space Time and Night. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I got a channel called First O'Clock. I want to do a show, talk about this shit. Well, there you go. Maybe instead of hosting on here, maybe I come over to yours. All right. You want to talk more about this? Come over to Twitch. I'm going to grab myself more coffee. I guess I'm going to be up until the shop opens around about 7. It's all right by me. And we will go and have a look at some more nerd shit and talk more about this. But I want to thank Missy for showing up. And by the way, thank you, Totally Not Fanboy, for the $10 donation. Every little bit helps. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back here on YouTube today, technically, because it's almost 1 o'clock. But for most of you, tomorrow, where we'll watch some stuff. Maybe we'll look at some trailers for TV shows that we're talking about tonight. That could be fun to do while drinking. This is getting a sort of like a kickstart on an old engine, you know. But I'm gonna go over now to Twitch, start up a stream. You guys don't need to come over, of course, but if you want to continue this conversation, best place to do it. See yous. Oh, and don't forget this Thursday, Shabisky will be joining us over on Bearded Ramblings, which is of course here. Until then, this has been a very good stream. Thoughts and prayers to thoughts with a T. To T, as if thoughts doesn't have a prayer. Never mind, I'm gibbering at this point. To Missy, for being just a mom in general, having to deal with mom shit. And thank her so much for being on the show. By the way, if anyone wants to be on the next Coffee and Chat, don't hesitate to reach out. Yeah.